Oh, hi, Mark.
Hiya, and welcome to Talking Pictures. It is Monday, January 7th. I am Henry O'Shea, joined as always by the captain of cool, Jack Neuheisel.
Everybody chill. It's cool now. You gotta let me finish.
Jack O'Shea.
I don't got a quote. I don't have one.
You don't have a quote?
I was, are bonita fish big? That was what I was going to do, and I couldn't remember the name of the fish.
Good. That's great.
Well,
remember.
Dale, they're what you'd call a trophy fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
It's our dad's favorite quote. I think he heard it a little bit late, and it's
Yeah.
his favorite. He says that 10 times a day. It's great.
When's the last time you watched Step Brothers?
I actually watched it recently with you, I believe.
You're right. Dumb
We
question,
did.
yeah.
We did.
I
But
see that
before
now.
then,
Then it'd been
it had been a minute.
Brother Derek is the funniest character, not even close.
Yeah.
It's an all-timer.
He's so good.
It's an all-timer. We're back. It's been a little while. First pod of 2019.
We are back.
2019, the year 2019. This is one of those years where, like, back in, like, 2010, it was like it's going to be 2012, and then 2019 always sounded out of reach.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't it sound awkward?
It's what 2027 sounds like now.
Yeah,
where it's
2027.
Where it's like, well, that's never coming.
Yeah, that just sounds ridiculous to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah.
It's Mulaney's joke. 2029.
Is
That's
that-
a made-up year.
Really?
I mean, yeah. Paying with moon rocks
Wow.
and other weird. It's his whole bit, but
Pretty crazy.
it sounds like one of the made-up years. It's because it's the year in Blade Runner.
You're right.
Yeah.
This is the year that they talk about.
What
I
a
said-
dumb thing.
I said, yeah, like, I
You
knew
knew.
that, but I didn't.
Well,
I've
yeah.
never seen Blade Runner.
No, but it's like Blade Runner like 2049.
That was the remake. The original one
It was 2019?
was 2019.
Jesus. We were wrong. We were so wrong about the future.
We were so wrong.
I think it's going to look pretty similar to the way it does now in 10 years. It's going to be 2020.
Everyone
Although-
keeps telling me driverless cars.
I did think of a bit where it's like,
It'd be nice.
where it's like, you flash forward to 2020, and we just take a lot of liberties. And it's just like everything's in space. It's like, can you imagine where we're going to be in a year? And it's just you flash forward and it's like, park your space car in the space lot. It's going to cost you 15 space bucks.
Yeah, but
You know.
I mean, what doesn't cost you 15 space bucks these days?
At this point, well, yeah, with
in
inflation,
2029.
with space inflation.
New Year, same talking pictures.
That's another bit I want to do is just putting space in front of everything.
yeah.
But we need to get a better budget.
We're on our way there. We're about to get what's the Space Force that's going to
Space
be
Force, yeah.
landed on the moon.
Yeah,
It's like
I don't care where you are politically. Like, how can anybody say no to that?
Yeah, no, I couldn't.
Space Force?
Sounds too sexual. Sounds fantastic. But yeah, 2019, new year, same talking piece. We've come a long way in a year. A year. I was listening to our first podcast of 2018, and it had the old intro song, and
Yeah.
you were the MC. You were running it.
I was still running the show back
Yeah,
then.
It was called the Pool Boy Podcast.
your intros were all time. You
Yeah.
used to get really sexual with them.
Yeah,
And
very,
Yeah.
very sexual, very that.
I'd love.
Yeah, it was great.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But
What's up, Pooley?
Listen up, y'all, because this is it. Fergalicious definition. Make those boys go loco.
those were the days.
Yeah.
Those are the days. Times have changed, though. But a couple things haven't changed. Still doing big winners, pathetic losers.
Not a damn thing changed.
Let's start it off hot. Does anyone say, me, I want one. I got the best one? Nobody?
No.
I got a good
I'll
loser.
do it.
If
I'll
we're
do it.
but we're starting winners.
No, we start winners.
Yeah.
Oh, so like and subscribe.
Nice.
We're on like a bunch of different stuff. So I'm going to say like, subscribe, follow, comment, rate, and review.
How many is that?
It's a bunch of different
Called
stuff.
I had it at 5.
You can only do like 3 of those on each of the platforms we're on, but whatever platform you are currently on, do those things.
Yeah.
It helps a ton.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Good catch.
Yeah.
My big winner. Bachelor fans.
You're a big winner.
That's right. Bachelor's coming back this week. We're all excited. America has been waiting for the Virgin Colton to be the Bachelor. It's a whole new show now. It's now the Virgin Bachelor. It's like it's no longer the Bachelor. It's the Virgin Bachelor. This
Yeah.
is like a weird. It's kind of. I feel
It's
like
a special offshoot. It's like Winter Games.
yeah, exactly.
It's its own thing.
It's its own special thing, and we're pumped about it. But the reason Bachelor fans are the winner is because I don't know if you saw, Jack. I know you did. Little preview clip went viral this week of this girl. So everyone knows the way Bachelor works is the girls pull up in a limo. Colton is waiting outside, or the Bachelor's waiting outside to shake hands, introduce himself with each of them, and then I'll see you inside. A lot of them wear costumes. A lot of them have a cheesy one-liner.
What you want to do is stand out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to stand out. And so a girl this year stood out in the best possible way, the most genius, diabolical thing I've ever seen. It was all over. This girl, who I think is very good looking.
Bree is one of my picks to go
She's
deep.
very good
Yeah.
looking. Bree gets out of the van, comes up. She looks great. 10 out of 10. Colton's like, hey. And she's like, hello, how are you? And he's like, "Oh, is that an accent?" She's like, "Oh, yes, it's Australian." Like, I was worried you wouldn't like it. He's like, "No, I love it. I love accent." She's like, "All right, I'll see you inside." And I'm doing a terrible accent, but she goes inside. Cut to her interview, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm not Australian, but you got to stick out some way."
I love that.
This girl faked an accent walking in. I love it. I think it's fucking awesome.
Do you follow up with conversation number 2, like, hey, I was just messing out there? Or do you get through the whole night? How long does the accent go?
All right, so I got a quick story because I have a very, very relevant story in my life.
Did you do that to someone?
So, no, I mean, I do all the time. I have a real issue with if somebody talks to me, I just naturally kind of mimic them.
Oh, same thing.
Not like in a way to spoof them, but if you're talking to me slow, I'm going to respond slow.
Yeah.
And if you talk to me with a southern accent, I'm going to kind of put on a little charm.
Yeah. Or in like if I'm in Mexico long enough, I got a little bit of that lingo. It's a lot of fun.
You guys are from Virginia. You could get away with, well, when I drink, it slips out. You could be one of those guys.
Totally, and we're from New York originally.
do.
Like, we went to school in Texas. We live in LA. I also am solid at voices, and it's an issue because sometimes I feel like if
It's offensive.
if they like have ever heard the podcast, they know how I talk, and so they can tell like
It's
you're putting
offensive.
on an act. I don't mean to do it. This is just naturally what happens. Anyway, I actually produced a show that was kind of like a Bachelor type ripoff show called Dream Date, and on it, one of the contestants had like a Joe Pesci from out of My Cousin Vinny accent. Utes.
Wow.
Oh, he's talking. He's like, what are you guys talking about? Like, he's like so over the top.
A really fun accent. That's like one of my favorites.
He's from California though, but he's Italian, and he's like, "It's how I talk." And I, from the second it started, was like, he's putting this on. He might have a little bit of an accent, but he's forcing his hand. So about like 3 days into it, because we only shot for 5 days. 3 days into it, he's a great guy, and he comes up to me, and he's like, they're about to play. He's playing 2 Truths and a Lie with the girl, and he's like, "Yeah, so I'm thinking about saying that my lie is that my accent's not real." And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "You know?"
He's still doing the accent while telling you.
And
his
I was like,
accent thing?
fuck, I'm blanking on his name, but he was the greatest guy. I was like, dude, there's no way.
Demetrius.
It was close. It started with a D.
Really?
Dante?
Dante,
Dante?
yes.
Okay.
How do you know that?
Hey, new.
I didn't know that.
Way to go.
It's one of my favorite D names.
Oh, because he was in a show that you worked on.
What's Dante?
He's in a bunch of
I
shows.
was gonna say, we just got that.
I know
If I throw out
Damien.
Demetrius and you got Dante.
Dante,
hey,
that's pretty crazy.
Let's
Anyway,
go.
buy lotto
If you
tickets,
cross paths.
baby. Feel
anyway,
lucky.
Dante. So he does it. And it's like the greatest moment in the show and that's like totally what she should have done is maintain the Australian thing. And then like episode 10, or if she gets kicked off episode 1, but like, by the way, I'm not even Australian. Like
So
that would be
your face.
Yeah. So fuck you. By the way, I'm not even Australian, you idiot.
Because remember who was the short
You
hair
dumbass?
Who was the short haired gal who
Becca M.
Becca M. The
Yeah.
whole time they were teasing how old is she really?
Yeah.
She turned out to be 22, right?
22.
And it was like
He's like
so the fuck
36.
what? 20 other people on the show are 23.
You married
I was saying,
Lauren
there are
B.
a lot
who's
of-
23.
Yeah, there are
Yeah.
a lot of 23-year-olds.
What are we talking
It
about?
was like
Wasn't that
22. Who gives a fuck? Australian. That's a tease where they're like, you guys will not believe the lie this bitch is telling.
Yeah, I wonder
Wow.
if she's talking Australian to the other girls too. It's one of these moves where it's got to be thought out. There's no way you walked up and got nervous and you did it. It's not a George Costanza improvise, see what happens. I think you got to be like, this is how it's gonna go. She's in it to win it.
That's what happened to Dante. That's
Yeah.
what Dante told me. He was like, I didn't do it on
This
purpose.
is classic Dante.
He was like, I got so nervous. Dante was the funniest
They're
kid.
going to show Colton after she reveals the accent, and he's like, so it ended up being a classic Dante situation.
This
I
was-
had no idea.
It was a real Dante move
was a
from
real
my
Dante
favorite
move.
from my
Before his
favorite
time.
YouTube show.
She pulled a
Dream
Dante.
Date with Chloe Couture.
Yeah, but I think she'll tell him they all have like a sit down, like, hey, can we go talk? And then go sit on a couch and do a thing. I think right there. And then I think he's going to love it. I think he's going to think that's hilarious. Like, that's nuts.
She's
but
smoking
hilarious.
hot, so I think
Dude,
he's going
she's
to love it
so
too.
hot, yeah.
And Bachelor
Why does she even do it? You don't need the leg up.
Bachelor fans are also winning because Fresh Batch is coming back.
That's right. Fresh Batch is back. We got a new fresh batch of love every, hopefully, Tuesday. It's so funny. We're so into it, and I forget how many days a week it is. But I think it's just the one. It's just Monday. And Bachelor in Paradise is 2 days a week. So it's hopefully every Tuesday. But we're going to be kind of lenient with if, for some reason, there might be a couple that come on Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. But we're going to have at least one a week. Fresh Batch. Check out the page. Like and subscribe. It's like spelled exactly like it sounds. Just kidding. It's Batch, B-A-C-H. There's also a B-A-T-C-H one, but they fucking suck.
They fucking
So,
suck.
Everybody hates them.
they just don't know a thing about love. They've never seen it. They never experienced it.
They don't care.
We're a couple vets.
I
so.
assume everybody who's listening has at least given Fresh Batch a little tingle.
Oh, you should. You should.
It's like it's one
Just
of my.
dip your toe in the pool.
I'm not on it. I love The Bachelor, but I'm not on it because it's like I can't do another. I work really late.
So you don't watch The Bachelor.
Well, I would if I was home, but I work. I can't do it. Anyway, it is the funniest fucking thing because you guys do really care.
Oh yeah, it's
And that's why. That's
I
why
think it's
it's
gonna be a
fun.
great season. I think it's gonna be very
Try
entertaining.
not caring.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder.
It's super tough.
Yeah.
It's super tough. There it is. Who else got a winner? Jack, you got a winner.
Hilary Duff's baby.
You're a big winner.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't know the baby's
Little
name.
Duff.
I don't know the baby's name, but I'm
I did not
guessing.
know the baby's name. Let me look it
I'm
up.
guessing it's something like Apple or
Yeah.
Charlie.
Hayden. And the reason why the baby's the winner, and you have to stay with me here.
It's a girl. It's a girl, baby.
It's a girl. The reason
Charlie
why
applies.
Charlie does apply, especially in 2019. The reason why it's a winner, and you got to stick with me here.
I got the name.
What is it?
Banks.
Did I not say it's gonna be
You
like
said,
Apple
yeah.
or Hayden? Banks is also in that
Am
category.
I nuts? Oh, Banks is Steve Martin's name in the other movie.
Father of the Bride.
Father of the Bride. I was thinking, is that the Cheaper by the Dozen? Is
George
he George?
Balls.
Yeah, no, but he's something else.
No,
Never mind.
Baker.
Keep going. Baker. Nice.
Anywho, the baby has colic. Baby's colicky. So colicky, if you don't know what it is,
Yeah, you gotta explain.
10 to 40% of babies have colic. Okay, and what it basically is you cry all day for excessive amounts of time. Yes, no.
Apologies. The range you just gave was 10 to 40%.
Yeah.
That is a massive.
It is.
You're
window.
absolutely right.
Knew it is.
I don't know why I didn't question that myself.
Going.
That's what
I
the stats
apologize.
say.
That's not the point of the story.
How could
I was
they-
like, that's a third of the babies.
Of the numbers.
How could they give
There's
themselves
only a handful of numbers.
like if you're the guy who's running that test that survey, you have to come back and be like, this is what you're giving
This
me.
isn't good enough.
You want me to go to the people with 10 to
Yeah.
40%?
We're trying.
You're gonna laugh at me.
We're trying to get a budget. You fucking nuts.
This is our job.
10 to 40% have them. What it means is you cry all fucking day. It's just babies.
So it's basically Newcastle disease.
oh,
Oh,
because he's
Some don't grow out of it.
oh, that was good.
God, dude, you're such a
You
pussy.
can't just lay it up there for me. I'm gonna put the biscuit in the basket. Keep going.
So baby is cock, which is a bummer. Why?
bummer to
Why is
say.
the baby a winner though? Guess who else has colic? Emma Stone. She had colic. I mean, when she was
Okay,
a
I was
child. She
gonna say,
doesn't currently
is she
cry
crying
still
all the
that.
time?
But she had colic when she was a baby. When you're colicky,
Yeah.
it kind of fucks up your vocal cords, so it sounds like you smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. That's why Emma Stone sounds like that,
Wow, she is like the coolest voice.
and
She's
it's
got.
the coolest voice ever.
It's like her thing. I feel like her thing is her voice.
So here's my thought.
And
her
then she's kind of
haircut.
a cool. She's kind of she gets it.
Yeah.
She's like a. Like you want to almost have like a beer with her.
Exactly. Right?
You
She
know
can
what I
like
mean?
hang with the guys.
She's like a cool girl.
Yeah.
She gets it. Like I bet
gets it, yeah.
like I bet you she loves pizza.
Oh, for sure.
Dude, and the game. I bet she loves the game.
She totally-
Whatever the game is that night.
Dude,
she totally
You
wants
coming
to-
over for beers in the game? She
totally
loves the
wants-
game.
Oh, and she could probably kick your ass in Madden.
if the game is on, she will be watching. It.
Yeah,
Right, how much about the game?
She loves Adam Sandler movies and stuff.
Yeah.
She's just cool.
Multiple backwards hats. Yeah.
Anyway, can you imagine throwing Emma Stone's voice on Hilary Duff?
I mean, I think
The word that comes to mind is juggernaut.
Oscars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Golden Globes at prime time. These are words that are coming in my head.
We'd rename People Magazine.
Franchise, Dynasty. Yeah.
We'd rename it Duff Magazine because it'd be like, well, she's on the cover every
Yeah.
week.
Well, duh.
Yeah. Duh.
Did Hilary Duff choose not to be a star? She's hot. And
That's
she was a big time star for our childhood.
That's
and
such
what
a good
about
question.
Haley?
Haley Duff? Oh yeah, there's another.
This
I'm
is mean,
out.
but I'm gonna call it like it is. She's not as
What?
hot.
Oh, Jack.
She's just not as hot.
And she never was. Let's be. Let's be
Yeah.
fair.
Are we putting this out on the table?
She's not the apple of Ethan's eye.
No,
You know
she's
what I'm
not.
talking about. That's a Lizzie McGuire reference.
is.
Everyone's welcome for it.
It's very good. It's rich.
But yeah, Hilary Duff's baby, Banks Duff.
That's pretty
Is,
sweet.
is Banks is on her way?
Her and I think
Banks
she was born.
Is
She's on her way to stardom. And Banks' dad is
She's been born.
Banks' dad
Pink
is a
hat,
hockey
not
player.
blue hat.
Yeah, she is. She's married to a hockey player. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Her and Carrie Underwood. It's like you guys
yeah,
get it.
They must be cool.
You guys are almost as cool as Emma Stone.
Do you know what's a hilarious thing? It's just nobody talks about it. Hockey players get so much ass.
Dude.
Well, they're just the greatest.
It's also
Yeah.
kind of anonymous because you're not just going to recognize the hockey player and be like, oh, it's this guy, or at least
Yeah.
most people. So it's still like, I'm a hockey player. And it's like, ooh, now I'm intrigued, you know?
Yeah, and it's also like, I don't know why, but for some reason to me, as a straight man, saying like, oh, he plays for the Rangers,
Pretty cool.
I get kind of turned on.
You got a little bit.
That was the love
Moist.
interest in 13 going on 30.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
a
he
winger
plays
for the
for the
Rangers.
Rangers.
It's like, whoa,
Dude.
Whoa.
she's
Sick.
doing good.
Sick. He's on the Preds. It's like, dude.
I mean, the
awesome.
legs in hockey. Forget
Yeah. Well,
about it.
you gotta have him.
But for some reason, like if you think about if you said to me like, oh yeah, he plays for the Knicks, my thought would be like,
Cool.
He's tall.
he's tall. He sounds like he's traveling a lot.
Yeah.
He sounds like he has a lot of stuff going on. He plays for oh yeah, he's on the Kings.
He's on the
I
Bruins.
guess that can be basketball
It's
too,
like,
but
dude,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's a Bruin.
he's a Bruin, but not UCLA.
He's a Blackhawk.
Yeah.
You want to say to that?
Blackhawks cool.
I just respond, say it slower.
Yeah. And then faster, and
I'm
then
almost-
one more time slower.
I'm almost there. Say it slower.
I'm so close.
All right.
All right, losers. No, I'm gonna put you last. We're gonna give our losers, and then you're gonna go last.
I go last.
How about that? My loser of the week, Hamilton,
You are one pathetic loser.
Porter?
The musical?
Sandlot?
the musical. Nice new. The musical. Yes, Hamilton is the loser because I feel like for a little while Hamilton's been king, right? Has any play outdone Hamilton? Hamilton's still the hottest ticket on Broadway. Is my guess.
I want to say yeah, but I don't know.
I looked it up and it seemed like
Oh no,
it was
Dear
Hamilton.
Evan Hansen was big.
Yeah, but I think that had its
Evan Hansen.
He had a wrist cast.
Actually,
Ooh.
that's yeah.
Ooh, wrist cast. But Hamilton, I feel like has been just top dog amongst the Broadway shows, and it's it's now traveling other places, and it's still like super expensive to get every ticket. And they're the loser because guess what? You're now in second place, or you will be in second place because they just announced they're bringing The Notebook.
Whoa.
Ryan Gosling
Whoa.
to Broadway.
Ryan Gosling's being casted?
No.
Yeah, okay.
not
Why'd
him.
you say his name?
Because
you want-
his Notebook movie.
Okay.
I didn't want. I wanted to be clear.
Not to be confused with the other Notebook movie.
Yes. Well, exactly.
Which was also great.
Yeah. But and I don't know
It
about
actually
you
starred
guys,
Danny Trejo.
but I don't know if I've ever met anyone who doesn't absolutely love The Notebook.
Michael Pena.
Unless you were just a Scrooge McDuck and you're like, oh, it's sappy and whatever. The Notebook is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a dope movie.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
I got a couple quotes. So one, obviously, if you're a bird, I'm a bird. If you're a bird, I'm a bird. I love that quote because it sounds so stupid. If
I've
you
only,
say that
I've only
concept.
seen the
You're a bird, I'm a bird.
you know what's funny? I've only seen that movie once,
Really?
and so
Did it just crush
I know
you?
the "If you're a bird, I'm a bird" line, but I don't understand it in the slightest.
Well,
You don't have to explain it to me, but I just don't.
here's another quote that might explain it. This is Ryan Gosling.
I wrote to you every day.
So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard. We're going to have to work at this every day, but I want to do that because I want you. I want you all forever. You and me every day.
This is
raining.
This is
Imagine
Beard
rainfall.
Gosling too, right?
This is Beard raining. I'm a painter.
I built you your fucking house.
I built you your goddamn house.
Do you know what Beard Gosling looks like?
What?
He looks like he plays for the Maple Leafs.
He does.
Right?
Totally
You're so
does.
right.
Like
You're
a total hockey
You're
player.
totally right.
If you were like, what sport does he play? Not a single person wouldn't say, well, he could be in the NHL.
Yeah, he looks like an NHL guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's like,
Adorable
probably baseball. Get the fuck out of here
It's
with
that
that.
Canadian bone structure.
Yeah.
Dude, this play is gonna rock. It's the movies, like sometimes they bring movies to Broadway and it doesn't work because it's like, well, how are you gonna have that fucking scene on a play? It's like The Notebook. It's fucking. I don't even know what year it is, but it's old timey and it's just them fucking falling in love.
Yeah.
It's just two kids, two
This was
cats.
like 2002's MTV's Best Kiss. Not even
Oh,
close.
the picture. We
I don't
gotta
even
get
think
a
anyone
poster
else
of
is
that
even
pic.
nominated. But it's a lot of heat they got to live up to.
Oh, it's a lot of heat.
That's a big time kiss you're bringing to the stage.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
You got to feel it in the audience.
Yeah, but they're gonna have a great like sound, music score
Yeah,
too.
they
the
will.
score's gonna be
So-
big.
and that's
Oh,
so
they will.
big with that.
Yeah. All right.
it's kind of everything.
Who's your loser?
Us.
You are one pathetic loser.
We lose.
We lose a lot these days.
Yeah. Well,
We win sometimes.
We win. We do win sometimes.
we also suck.
Yeah, we-
But we lose because one of the big things that we were saying in the past like couple months on the podcast was like, man, Aquaman is going to fucking bomb.
I
well,
didn't say
we
that.
were wrong.
I think you got to change it. I think New is the loser here.
I led that charge.
I think
yeah.
New is
Yeah.
the
You
loser.
guys
You know
actually.
what? Yeah.
Dude, I
you
can
guys-
pull pods like a couple
You guys
past weeks
stood
and
up
maybe
for
like.
it, and I was like, no.
Yeah, no, I went. I didn't go quite all in, but I was putting pretty hefty wager on.
And in
that
my
it would be
defense,
good.
have any of us seen it yet?
No.
We don't know.
No.
People,
So?
other
Yeah,
people
so?
are seeing it. Are they liking it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, it's had the box office for 3 straight weeks, which is
Yeah.
usually
Wow.
a good sign.
I think it
of
already
just
made
like-
more money than Justice League, right, or something like that.
It's
Crazy?
the top earning Justice League movie so far.
Whoa.
Made like 50-something million in its third weekend. It's on fire.
Yeah.
It's on
It's
fire.
It's on
absolutely-
fire.
It's in fuego, as Jan Patrick would say. We got to go see that.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Movies in theaters right now. You got Vice. You got Mary Poppins. You got Aquaman. Is there another one?
Spider-Man. Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse.
Uh-huh.
Which one of those, if we were going movie theater right now, would you want to see?
I think we all agree. Vice.
I'm Aquaman Vice. I'm pretty close.
I tried to see Spider-Man the other day. And
Oh,
the theater,
yeah.
the power went out. What kind of bullshit is that?
Dude, and you were what theater? Santa Monica?
We went to the Santa Monica deal, just the standard theaters.
The AMC in Santa Monica.
Yeah,
On the
right there.
promenade?
I don't like going to
I'm
that
a
one.
Movie Pass member. It's the recliners. It's the only pro.
Yeah. So
great theater.
For those of you guys who don't know, which I don't know why you would, people don't know about my movie theater protests, right?
Whether you don't like movie theaters?
I pretty much at this point, I'm not going to see a movie unless it's in AMC Century City.
It's funny that you
And in the
picked that
Dolby.
one.
I like that one.
Why?
The parking's simple.
Parking
Is it?
We know parking.
Is it simple? It takes us forever.
It's an outside mall. An outside mall, especially in LA, it's delightful. You're walking around. It's the you know what it is?
You know what?
It's
Santa
the mall.
Monica one's right
it's
by
the
the
mall
beach.
The
from
mall's
Crazy
great.
Stupid Love.
Yeah, it's
that mall.
The best mall
Do
in
they film it
America.
there?
That's when he says, "Be better than the Gap."
You think that's where they film it?
Definitely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. When
Yeah.
he throws the shoes over? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Century City.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate that.
All right.
Right? Did I just not up that a bunch? It's super simple. They have tons of theaters.
I like all movie theaters. I'm not dissing this one.
Yeah, but you go to the Santa Monica one and it's seedy, and the people there look like they've got like STDs.
I mean, you're seeing movies with Joe Blow from down the street.
I'm
you
better
go to
than
Century
him.
City, yeah, you've elevated yourself.
Yeah.
to another
We saw
class of
Big
movie
Game James
watcher.
Worthy last time we were at Century City. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Exactly, and he was in a
another pro.
top hat.
he was.
Where's that at?
I
James
think he was
Worthy
trying
in a
to
top hat.
He was
What
trying
a
to hide
sighting.
his even though he's 6'10".
Yeah.
He's trying to hide. It's not me. It's not Big Game.
And I refuse to go to the ArcLight because they don't refill your drinks,
That's a fair protest.
which for
I'm okay with boycotting the ArcLight because they give you like 4 ice cubes. It's fucking bullshit.
yeah. Oh no,
They fill your drink for you. What year is it?
Dude.
Where are we living? You're filling up my soda for me?
Do you realize
What
how
is going on?
It's almost like unethical to not refill somebody's drink.
Well, it should be illegal.
Are you fucking kidding me? Like, do you
You're gonna
realize
sucker me in with this popcorn and not refill my soda?
I paid $5 for what is costing you probably less than 2 cents when you really get down to
Yeah.
it, and you're gonna make me everywhere else like this ain't Europe, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Give me ice.
That's why we've
we
never
don't
been.
drink things tepid here.
No.
They only provide 2 popcorn sizes. You can't refill either, and they're like even the large is weak.
Yeah.
It's freaking weak. It's not shareable.
And it's like artisanal popcorn too, where they're like, yeah, this is our approach to it. And it's like, fuck yourself. Make the type of popcorn that will make me feel really sick. I want the butter that isn't butter. I want that.
Yeah.
I don't want like it's made with organic raw butter. Fuck you, man.
What a bunch of pussies.
Yeah. I hate them. I hate them.
Let's see a movie tonight.
let's do something.
Sounds nice. I'm in the mood now. New, who's your loser?
My loser this week is the Wizarding World.
You are one pathetic loser.
Oh, the
Jack,
Wizarding.
I'm excited to have this back and forth with you. J.K. Rowling, since she's finished the books, and obviously there's been the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, there's been extensions of the Wizarding World. But every now and again, she'll drop in a little fun fact about the school, the
Figure
Wizarding
out that
World,
she's
the
bored
Hogwarts,
and
all
it's
this different
like,
stuff.
yeah.
So a couple years ago, though there's no reference to it in the books, it's like Dumbledore's gay. He's gay now. Everyone deal with that reality. And it's like, it's weird that you just threw this 4 years after, but okay, we're marching on with it. Let's get nuts. And then a couple weeks ago, she just added another one. Plumbing was not accepted by the magical community until the 1800s. And so until that time, she's explained that wizards would just shit on the floor and then poof away their evidence.
Like in Roman times.
Yes.
I got a question about that.
Why? What? What's the point?
Wait, so they would poof it away.
And the only reason this is relevant is people are like, oh, well, then what happened to the bathroom with the Chamber of Secrets?
Yeah, what the
Because that's
fuck?
the entrance. And it's like, ooh, something Gaunt, who is a ancestor of Tom Riddle, placed a spell and this and that. It's like, what? We're getting lost in the weeds now on something that
Yeah.
absolutely doesn't matter.
I got a tip. Hey,
Yeah.
JK, instead of focusing on the wizard shitting, make a solid new movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
We watched about half an hour of The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Make a good picture.
We were so lost and just upset. I didn't even want to watch it anymore.
Did you guys try to watch it?
Yeah, did watch half an hour, and we were like, "Who are they talking about? What is going on?"
It sucks because they're going down the Star Wars.
Yeah.
They're following the Star Wars path where it's like, hey, people really like this and they're gonna see it. Let's take advantage.
Yeah,
of
no
it.
matter what, they're gonna see it. And it's like, no, I didn't go to the theater, bro.
I didn't go to the theater.
I got it illegally online. I didn't even finish it illegally on my couch.
My favorite part is that each one of these movies goes back in time.
yeah,
But somehow going back in time it actually looks closer to our current time than the previous ones did.
That's such a problem with Star Wars. They made the first 3, like obviously 4, 5, 6, and then they made 1, 2, 3, which again we all like a lot. We're big Clone Wars, Phantom Menace guys. But in those movies, everything was so much more advanced than in 4, 5, 6. It's like, where the fuck? What's going on here?
I'm gonna say this too. If you really think about it, 1, 2, 3 are what the next Star Wars movies were gonna be.
Yeah.
Like that fits the narrative. Like the fact that we weren't calling bullshit the way we are with Harry Potter, the prequels. The fact that like in Harry Potter, the prequels were like bullshit, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Nobody did that, I think, for the Star Wars movies. They're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It leads well into
People just
into
didn't like the movie itself and the kid
Yeah.
and the Jar Jar and the what have you. But yeah, no, I thought, dude, I fucking love those
Plots
first 3
lined
Star
up.
Wars.
It
They're
all
great.
freaking played.
They're
Yeah.
great. If you don't like Clone Wars, you can get out.
Also, Star Wars people, like, you're fucking nerds. Okay? Stop hating on Phantom Menace. There was a dual-sided lightsaber that was revolutionary.
Yeah,
it
it
was a
was
huge
pretty
part of my
sweet.
childhood. It's my favorite one.
We got our face painted as Darth Maul for like years.
Like, literally like 6 years.
Years.
My favorite lightsaber battle comes from Attack of the Clones.
Which one?
Dooku versus Yoda.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
It's my
No,
favorite
that's 3.
one.
That's Dooku.
That's the end
versus
of
Yoda.
2.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
end
yeah.
of 3 is Palpatine.
I was about to
Yoda.
say we.
Yeah.
Also, it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit this, but just to, you said your favorite lightsaber battle. When you edit this, can you put underneath the music of
I know.
of Phantom Menace?
Ba-ba.
Yeah, of the Phantom Menace fight.
Yeah.
Just for what I'm going to say in the next thing, which has nothing to do with Star Wars. Here's my defense for her. They shit on the ground and would poof it away because they didn't have plumbing systems. When did the Muggle world have like good plumbing systems?
Let's look it up.
When could they flush toilets? Because the Romans had aqueducts.
That's what I'm saying. They were running water up hills.
But I don't think you would flush a toilet. I think they were still like, put it in a hole.
Yeah.
Toilets were invented by Alexander Cumming in 1775.
Okay.
So they took it like 100 years after that.
Yeah.
But it's still like, come on. Even if that's the case with the timeline and that all works out, and everybody in the world shitting on the ground.
You know why she's doing
Why are
this?
we talking about
You know
it?
why she's doing this? They're going to do a prequel of way back in the day, Harry Potter, and there's going to be some scene where they're walking by and you're just in the background. You're going to see a kid just like, Just a kid
Nothing to
dropping
see. Just go
trout.
by. Don't make a scene.
Yeah, it's nothing here.
Stop looking, my robes. All right, let's keep going.
Moving on. We got a new segment, or we did it last year, so it's fun to get back. It's 2019. We got a big year ahead. Obviously, we got to make some predictions. So this segment is, Hey Murtaugh, this is our year.
Hey Murtaugh, this is our year.
I
love that. I love that title so much.
Yeah, it's great.
It's from Cheaper by the Dozen 2.
Which is better than Cheaper 1.
Which is
It's so good.
Eugene Levy and the Boulders
one
and the whole.
one of the rare sequels, joining Godfather 2 and Shrek 2. That is better, and Paddington 2. That is better than the original.
Tough to do.
I mean, you get Eugene Levy, of course it's going to be better. But I saw that and I read it. I was like, that's the funniest fucking thing I've ever heard.
It's a great quote. But
Hey Murtaugh!
So last year we did a bunch. We did a bunch of predictions. This year we're just going to do a couple. So we're doing our pick for best movie of 2019, worst movie of 2019. Whose stock are you buying? Whose stock are you selling? So we did this last year, and I re-listened to it. I'm very excited. So we really listened to it last year. It was our first pod of 2018. My pick for best movie, and we knew nothing about it. There wasn't even a trailer. Mine was Venom. I saw Tom Hardy and a Spider-Man universe, and I was like, done. That movie was trash.
Let's get another mask on that guy and make his voice weird.
Swing and a miss. You guys both said Incredibles 2. So interesting. You loved it, Jax. I think that was definitely probably your winner. And then we liked it. But
Yeah.
Like,
Probably a top 5er for me.
Yeah, there we go. Worst movie. This one's really funny. So Jack, you said 12 Strong, which was interesting. With the horses. I don't know how wrong
you
you
hate
were.
the U.S. military?
No, it was because I heard.
That's what it's
I know.
about.
Do you remember why? I actually remember why now, because I was in a theater watching that Miles Teller military movie.
Yeah.
It was literally just me. It was only guys who were there alone.
The thank you for your service.
Thank you
right?
for your service. Everybody who was in there was a vet or currently in the military, and they were like all talking seats away from each other, basically being like, "Yeah, that movie's bullshit. It's not true.
Yeah, you
like
listen to those
that's
guys.
not a true story."
Listen to those guys.
And that's why I was like, I'm trusting these guys.
Yeah, no, I like that. So you said 12 Strong. You said New Mutants, which is funny because it didn't even come out.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that one made it
and
to
that
the theater.
wasn't like, oh, we didn't know when it was coming out. They pushed it. So it was supposed to come out and it didn't. And mine was Dark Phoenix, which also did not come out this year.
They heard a shit talking about it.
So
They're
talk
like,
about a couple of swings and
We
misses.
gotta go back to the
So
drawing board.
somehow I won that.
Yeah,
one.
you did.
Wow.
Well, our movies didn't even come out. And then for stock that we bought, this one was great. New, you bought the Rock stock, which we laughed at you because he already had.
It was an expensive
the
stock,
highest
but
stock.
I'm happy for doing it.
It's so funny. You
The
keep
stock
on-
rose yet again.
You keep on saying it's an expensive stock. It is. Jack, you bought Ben Affleck's stock, so you still hold on to that puppy.
Oh, I said buy low, sell high.
Yeah, so definitely. You
I'm
definitely
remembering
bought
my
low.
reasoning
He
for
dipped
all
a
this.
little
Yeah.
bit again, but I think you still got in at a good time.
And
Ben
I
Affleck
bought,
will be back.
Yeah.
I bought exactly. Hold on to that guy. I bought Gatton Matarazzo, the long-haired kid from Stranger Things, who talks kind of funny. So I think 0 for 3.
Yeah,
kind of.
probably.
We didn't really. That one wasn't great.
Although The Rock did improve a little bit.
No, The Rock definitely improved. I don't know what Ben Affleck's up to. My guy has not been in anything since Stranger Things, so, so that wasn't great. Then this was great. Whose stock we sold? I sold Vin Diesel's stock, which I think was pretty good because now they're making other fast movies and he's kind of out.
Yeah.
Jack, you said that a year from then you would be able to do a great Vin Diesel impression. So
Oh, shit.
it's been a year.
Talk to me about family and
yeah.
Coronas.
Dude, I can't.
We'll give it to the end of the pod, or maybe till next year.
I got family.
But
yeah, next year, 2020.
yeah, 2020.
God, that is
I
a
gotta-
made up
Vin Diesel.
space year.
I got a Vin Diesel coming.
New, you sold Westworld, which was money because it was
That
terrible.
was on the money.
That was great.
Good.
And then you also sold Baker Mayfield, which is funny because he might
That was
he
wrong.
might be rookie of the year.
Those sort of counteract each other. Baker Mayfield, who broke the record for most touchdowns
we,
by a rookie
we
quarterback.
talked about Westworld for like 5 minutes at the very end. You go, also Baker Mayfield. Fuck Baker
As
Baker
I
Mayfield.
recall, he lost his last game of the season,
He
threw a
did.
pick on his last throw.
A short man pick.
I think the jury's still out.
Yeah, a small QB pick. Someone just jumped up and caught it. And then Jack, you sold Rick and Morty, which who knows? Because we didn't really hear about
They
it.
didn't really even
Why
have
did I
show.
sell Rick
You
and
were like,
Morty?
they're not going to come out with a season for over a year.
So I was right.
Yeah.
But they announced that. But you were just like, it's going to kind of be a little bit more forgotten. I think you're half right. I think people were talking about Rick and Morty.
Oh, no.
less.
I think it was because
it's going to be
Rick and Morty fans were becoming kind of douches.
might have been
Like,
that.
like it was becoming too much of like a... It was
Yeah.
becoming too much of a mob.
Like, you don't get it.
It was,
Yeah.
it was
You're
a
not
joke
original.
that you were in.
It's a
Oh,
show
now
that
you watch it.
It's a show that people think that because they're watching it, they're smarter. And fuck those people.
Yeah, no, I agree. So let's do our predictions for this year. So best movie. Do you want me to hit it off?
Yeah.
My best movie of the year, and I have an honorable mention too, but my best movie, my pick is Detective Pikachu. I think Detective Pikachu is going to be my favorite movie ever. We know how much I love the Poke World. They're going to nail it. They're going to show it. Ryan Reynolds, we'll see how he does. I like the kid in it. That kid's going to be in a bunch. He was in Jurassic Park, the new one.
I think that's a safe pick because I can't imagine it's either going to be fantastic or
Yeah.
like notoriously awful, and I can't think about how they would fuck it up.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Like
So-
I don't know how it wouldn't be awesome.
And then my honorable mention is Godzilla, King of Monsters. I
Yeah.
think that's going to be the most epic movie of our lifetime. Maybe since The Wall.
You know why?
What? Or The Great Wall.
Because we love big stuff.
We love huge, towering men, women,
What's there to like about
big
small?
kids. I don't know.
I don't.
I'm still
Nothing.
asking. I
Less
asked
to
you on the
love?
street that.
In,
Is that what your
in
answer?
the, in the words of Mr. McGinnis, I don't understand the life of anybody under 6 feet. That was the greatest quote.
It must be different. It must be different.
Under 6'2",
I'm right on
sorry.
the border, by the way. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna pretend I live that.
It was
life.
actually 6'2", so
Yeah. So I'm not in that world. Best movie, Jackie.
best movie is going to be the Lego Movie 2.
Interesting.
These guys,
You think they can top the first one?
I don't know, but the first one was great, and like
Did you ever seen a Django?
I didn't see that, but Lego Batman was fucking hilarious. So
Who came up? Who started this?
Legos, it was a Swedish company, Little Bricks. It all started in Sweden,
Who was like, we're gonna make a movie out of like?
in the fjords. They were like, we need. I can't do a Swedish accent. I probably can.
Isn't it nuts
Swedish.
that there's a cartoon Lego
Woo!
Batman movie and it's critically acclaimed? Like it just sounds so silly.
Isn't
Let's
it-
make a Playmobil movie?
Isn't it nuts that like Lego Harry Potter is a video game that
it's a-
outsold the regular Harry Potter
Dude,
video
it's a
game?
smash. The Star Wars ones.
Lego
Yeah.
Star Wars
Like
is
what
part of the
about
canon.
the Lego? It's so weird. Wouldn't you think you'd rather play as a real person than as a toy pretending to be? Like,
Because they have like a fantastic voice.
they do. No, they do. They
Like
do.
like they're funny. It's just funny as fuck.
The
Yeah.
animation of it's just hilarious. It's just a bunch of
so
Legos
good.
running around. Why wouldn't we just make them people?
Yeah.
New. What's your best movie?
Avengers Endgame. We recently
Yeah,
just rewatched Infinity War. It was so freaking good. This one's just gonna be a little edgier.
Dude,
I'm fired up
I'll
for
tell
it.
you what. It took me a while to get on the Marvel train. The train was moving. A lot of people hopped on from the get-go because Iron Man was so dope, and I loved Iron Man.
There were easy years to get off.
But in my mind, it was like Iron Man 2 kind of sucked. But the biggest reason I got off were the ones that I hadn't even seen. Like, I was like, Winter Soldier, Civil War, okay. Like, a couple of these. We've gone back and rewatched. Even, like, Ultron, I was like, We've gone back and rewatched these. They are incredible. I think Civil War, Captain America is my favorite hero, and I think Civil War and Winter Soldier are as good as any of the others.
Yeah, I like Cap. I really like Cap.
I just like wasn't giving him a chance. This fucking rocks. I'm pumped for this movie. I think you're totally right.
I think it's going to absolutely kick ass. I'm fired up. It's going to be the movie of 2019.
It's gonna be fucking dope. Worst movie. My worst movie. Back-to-back years. I'm going Dark Phoenix. It has to come out this year, right?
Yeah.
It was supposed to come out last year. Did it? I think it has to come out this year, and I think it is absolute. I think it's gonna be absolute garbage. I think Sophie Turner is going to be terrible with her American accent and this look that they're trying to give her. She does not look like the Jean Grey from the old movies. We're trying to make her look like that girl who no one knows her name, but she's super hot. She's from Taken. You know what I'm talking about?
I know that girl.
I think Dark Phoenix is going to absolutely blow. X-Men is cool because everyone's powers are so niche. It's like it's funny. We talked about this last year, talking about Dark Phoenix. Jack, you were like, "I love X-Men" because all of a sudden it's like, "What's this guy's power? Oh, he can talk to frogs." It's like that's what I love. It's like this. Her power is like, oh, everything. And
Yeah. Oh,
there's
no.
also some type of Phoenix theme where she'll blow up at a certain point.
It's
and
such
come
a
back.
fucking cop out.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Famke Janssen is the name.
What is her name?
Famke Janssen.
Yeah.
She's
Famke?
She's in I Spy. Did you ever see that movie?
Wait, slow it down.
She's the love interest in the movie I Spy.
course.
you were literally too much.
Wait, spell it for me?
I Spy's great.
Just like
It's not
the
great.
movies that you throw out that you expect us to like. Oh yeah, that was a huge childhood movie for us too. It's like where?
No, we
And
had.
when did you grow up?
We had it the other day. I went through 3 movies. Like, you want to check out this? And he was like, saw it, loved it. Saw it, loved it.
Yeah.
I threw out Mary Poppins. He was go, saw it in theaters, fantastic. I was like, when did you see Mary
And it
Poppins
was.
in theaters?
And it was.
Where were you?
Except for what's his face, Lin-Manuel.
Lin-Manuel.
Famke Janssen's hot.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Yeah, she
Famke?
is.
Famke.
How do you spell that?
Famke. That's how it
That's a
sounds.
dumb name. That's a dumb name.
Well,
Yeah.
she's pretty good. So
I
how's
don't-
about closing that mind down?
All right. Okay. Jack, worst movie?
Worst movie's gonna be Glass.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm on board now.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong made 2 movies that were solid and 1 that was okay. Since then, he has just been.
What are the 2 that are solid?
Village.
Village is good.
No, Village is the one that's okay.
Signs.
and Unbreakable.
I've never seen Signs.
Then he made that shitty Avatar movie, and
Yeah.
then he made
Let's see.
Lady in
Give
the
us
Water.
another. Oh, Lady in the Water.
And the
he didn't
one-
do The Grudge. I don't think.
No, but then he did. He just is not. It's
Oh,
just
by the
not
way,
good.
The Sixth
He
Sense
did
is one
Devil. That
The
was
Sixth
a
Sense.
mess.
Oh, so Signs. It should have been The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable.
Okay.
And then
I never saw
I'll
Signs.
give Signs as like a
The Happening was a
okay.
mess. The Visit was a real bummer. Did you ever see that one?
They're all awful.
Yeah.
Dude, go see The Visit with the grandparents. Great twist. Very gross
How do
scenes.
you win the Super Bowl? You get hot towards the end of the season.
Yeah, you do.
Okay,
You do.
he is
Cooling.
the director embodiment of
Ice Cold and Ice Cube.
of the Chiefs. He's
Yeah.
fantastic early on, but he can't close. And right now it's
He's
the
big
playoffs.
fat Andy Reid.
And it's just gonna suck. Like I just am so confident that this movie is gonna be like, ugh.
Okay.
He
I
did
like it.
After Earth, that
What's
Will
the-
Smith and Jalen movie.
Exactly. What's the
Hey,
twist gonna
14 people saw that new. Okay, Mikey Duffy saw it twice. He loves Will Smith. New. Worst movie of the year.
Worst movie of the year, and this is kind of a cop out because clearly it's going to be the worst movie of the year. Not a lot of thinking going here. A Dog's Way Home. It is the newest dog movie.
Is it a sequel to the first?
If you watch the trailer, you're watching the whole movie. So I
They blow that
I feel
sometimes.
confident in not. I'm not spoiling anything here because it's all in the trailer. It's all been
yeah.
provided information.
Wait, is this a sequel to the other dog movie, or is it a totally new dog movie?
Dog is adopted.
Is it a sequel to the other movie?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think because based on the trailer, it seemed like it's a whole thing, and it's live action, so it's just like this beagle running around with like, but you hear it's like stream
like
of
the other
consciousness,
movie.
so it's like it's not okay, but it's not. I don't think the same universe.
It's
It's
not
not
Josh
the same
Gad?
dog. No,
Okay.
not Josh Gad. And dog goes and he gets lost in the mountains. He makes friends with a lovable cougar who offers protection in the wilderness.
It's like Anchorman with Baxter and the bear.
He saves a man from an avalanche. Which
How does a beagle save a
really
man from an
surprises
avalanche?
Ski Patrol. Ski Patrol thinks they've really found a winner in this dog.
Wow.
But eventually he has to leave Ski Patrol because he's got to find his owner, and he makes it all the way home.
This is the story of Baxter from Anchorman.
Yes.
This is literally Baxter.
Yeah.
Right?
I befriended a bear.
How does a dog find his owner? No? Like, what?
So this is this dog's life. I'm predicting the dog's gonna die. That's my guess. I think with any movie that the dog is the main character, I think
Yeah.
it's a good bet. He's not seeing
Dogs
the ending
die.
credits.
Yeah.
Marley and Me, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Maybe he gets rabid and they shoot him.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be a
like-
great
like Old
ending.
Yeller.
Yeah, that's an ending of a movie. How funny
Yeah.
is that?
Well, actually, it's a book first.
I don't know about that.
Maybe it's one of those.
I was joking. I'm
You
sure
know-
you're right.
You know what, to be honest, they probably did the movie and they're
Yeah.
like, let's turn this puppy into a book.
yeah,
Let's make a book out of it.
turn this puppy into a book.
There's a great moment in the trailer where after it's befriended like this cougar because these like wolves are trying to kill the dog and the cougar kind of saves it. There's like this necking moment where the two animals are like doing the neck nuzzling thing.
How do you
which
think
is,
they
like,
shot that?
the neck nuzzling thing is such a range of like things it could mean. It's like a companion handshake all the way to like that's how animals have sex.
Yeah,
Dude,
It's
that's
just
my
the nuzzling.
that's my favorite part about just animals. It's not my favorite part about animals, but I like this aspect of animals is like, especially like chimpanzees, stuff that animals that kind of look like people, is we now know what the little things that they do mean, and it's always just ridiculous. It's like, oh, if they're scratching the ground, that means you better back
Yeah,
out.
they're throwing dirt.
because it means they're frustrated. They always scratch the ground when they're frustrated. It's like, who figured that
how long
out?
have you been watching these monkeys?
Who's the guy that was like, well,
Poor guy.
what happened bore they attacked you? Well, they were all scratching the ground,
Which I thought was odd.
They would not stop screaming.
which I took to mean one of them told a joke. This was their form of laughing. All right.
Stock time.
Oh, yeah.
Buy low, sell high. Buy high, sell low. Stock that I am buying. I am buying Will Smith stock.
I think that's a really bad investment. I think
So-
this is I would say almost sell his stock.
So Will Smith, in my mind, hasn't been in anything in a while. He hasn't really been in movies. 7 pounds.
I'll get you. I'll figure you out.
Give
I'll
me
get
his
I'll get what he's been up
IMDb.
to.
I don't think, in my mind, Will Smith has been very out of the Hollywood scene. He hasn't really been in movies. Every now and then, he was in Anchorman 2 with a cameo.
He did Suicide Squad,
Suicide Squad. He was great in Suicide Squad.
Collateral Beauty.
I don't know what Collateral Beauty is.
That was the one where he was like seeing ghosts and he was going outside and it was like, I
Oh
met
yeah,
love today.
Yeah, and it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
fuck that movie.
But it's not actually. It's
And
like
I
people
Met
the
Death,
company
and it's
hired.
like
Yeah.
Helen Mirren. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a whole
that
thing.
blows. But yeah, so he hasn't really been in like big movies in a while. I feel like he's kind of taking a little hiatus. I think Aladdin is going to be great, and he's going to make the whole fucking movie, and he's going to have a big year. He's got this new movie, Gemini Man 2. I think he's taking a couple years off. This is Will Smith's comeback year. By 2019, it's like Will Smith's going to be in 5 movies in 2020.
I just don't think so. I think he's lost his fastball.
See, I think he's slowed down. He's about to speed back up.
I think he's
Sell his stock. I'm buying. I'll take yours.
I think if you put Will Smith with Will Smith from 30 years ago,
30.
straight out of Philadelphia kid, and you sat them down, I don't think they would even recognize
No.
each other.
Hi, I'm Will. Hi, I'm Will.
I think Will Smith totally forgot who he was.
Yeah, we'll see in 2019.
He
when I'm
forgot
laughing
Wild
in your
Wild
face.
West. Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jaden Smith I'd invest in. He had that song Icon, which was one of my songs of the year.
There we go. Jack,
No,
who's
Miami.
stock you buying?
Welcome to Miami.
I am buying. Oh, this is like a genuine one. This is an actual really buy low, sell high, real investment.
Like all of them.
His name is Noah Centineo.
Yeah, he's the guy from.
He's the good-looking
yeah.
influencer.
This dude is gonna be a
That's
fucking
not a
thing.
big one. He's like he was the star of 2018.
Okay, no, he wasn't.
Totally.
No, he was.
Dude, I'm gonna find you an article that says he was the breakout star of 2018.
All right. Well, his stock's only rising. My other one was gonna be John Cena. I think he's.
You did that last year.
Did I?
Didn't you? Cena was in something.
I'm. Well, here's the thing.
The scenes had a good year.
No, I know you.
No,
got,
you know what it was last year? You
Ferdinand?
said you and I had bet. Last year it was 2 years into the 5 years until John Cena is bigger than The Rock. So
Yes.
this is year 3 of our bet.
And basically, what I'm saying is, I'm re-upping. I'm buying more.
I'm doubling down on scenes.
Yeah.
Breakout stars of 2018 from Noah Centineo to Latita Wright.
Well, if
Who's Latita Wright?
well,
I don't know.
Henry, there's a lot of stuff on the
See,
internet.
I question
and
the
if you-
publication.
Noah Centineo, Henry Golding, and more. 2018
I got
breakout
you.
stars.
Do you know Henry? Do you
I
know
don't.
Henry Golding? Do you
I
know
don't.
Latita Wright?
I
Okay,
don't.
Henry Golding's
clear-
from Crazy Rich Asians. He's the guy.
So
Oh.
clearly,
Stud.
this is a J14 magazine. My point is that the kids know who Noah Centineo is. We're all gonna know by 2020.
No, he's great. He's gonna be big.
Yeah.
Tall guy.
The guy's just
We
a
met him.
stud.
You met him that one time.
Yeah,
right?
he's actually not that tall.
He's like 6'2", 6'1".
He's lean. He's 6'1".
Yeah,
But
really nice guy.
yeah,
Super nice guy.
really nice guy.
New who you buying?
Right before the stock absolutely takes off, and she already kind of has a little bit. But this Godzilla movie, it's Millie Bobby Brown.
You're selling?
No, I want it.
Oh, you're buying.
I'm buying up
Okay.
as much as I can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's pretty hot right now. You think she's gonna be good in it?
I think
It should be
she's
another her crying little girl role.
yeah, and I'm just fine.
Not a
with
bad
that.
thing.
She
Not a bad
absolutely
thing.
nails it, and she's entering the age right now. She's about to be like the it girl. Like before, it's like adorable young,
You're young,
little
and now
girl.
you're gonna
Now
be a
it's gonna
teenager.
be yeah.
Yeah.
She's gonna hit her late teens.
I hope she doesn't grow up too fast.
You and me
Seen
both,
it
man.
before.
You and me both.
Seen it before.
I'm really rooting for her.
Yeah, no, I like
Hence
that
the
one.
stock.
Yeah, hey, and I'm a big Godzilla, so I think you're right. Stock we're gonna sell. I am selling this common theme, Dark Phoenix, Sophie Turner. I think GOT is gonna be over this summer. I think Dark Phoenix is gonna blow, and I don't think anyone's gonna care about Sophie Turner anymore. If she doesn't have Game of Thrones, I don't think anyone. I think a lot of that cast, we're not gonna see them for a long time. I think she's number one. I just don't think that she's any good.
Her being betrothed to Nick Jonas keep her in the zeitgeist.
Joe Jonas, and I think
Is it Joe?
I think no. I think why do we care about Joe Jonas anymore? Right now, it's because of Sophie Turner and because his brother just married Priyanka Chopra.
And Cake by the Ocean. And
I think the whole.
other-
I'm gonna go Jonas family. I'll throw them into that stock as well. They're all going down. The ship that they're on right now, the Joe ship.
Wow, selling the Jonases.
Yeah, but Sophie Turner mainly, but she's part of it.
Yeah. My who I'm selling, Famke Janssen. No.
I've been holding on to the stock for 15 years.
know.
I'm not paying anything with
I
it.
mean, it was a steady. It was good. It paid dividends, and now it's just time to set her free. No, I'm actually selling similar. Henry, I'm selling Kit Harington. I think Kit Harington
Similar reasons.
I'm sure he's a nice guy, but yeah, Game of Thrones is ending.
He's small.
I don't think he's a good actor.
I think he's good.
He's very small.
He's a very small man.
And it's noticeable.
It is.
It is noticeable how
He had that gunpowder show, and no one saw that.
he's vertically small. He's got a build. He's a fit man.
Yeah, but but like Tom Cruise has like a build too, but
Maybe that's Tom Cruise, pretty big.
but it's not like he's
I
it's
agree.
not like he's as wide as you, like relative to his size, yeah. But he's still like 160 pounds. Anyway, Kit Harington, that video came out. I don't believe the video, but nonetheless, it's not good to have that.
yeah, the cheating
Whoever said all press is good press is a liar.
Yeah.
You don't want that type of press guy.
No.
And I just don't think he's going to find. I think he's going to be like Mark Hamill, where it's like, dude, you are Jon Snow for the rest of your life. It's over.
Yeah. Mark Hamill also got into a terrible motorcycle accident, like fucked up his face, right? But I see the point.
He got that in between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, and he came back even stronger.
He came back even stronger, even better. No, I agree, and I think it's the same kind of thing. Once Game of Thrones is done, you're not in movies right now. Why are we thinking that you're going to be movies after you're popular?
What is Dinklage going to do? I'm kidding. He's
He'll be
gonna-
fine.
he's going to find a way.
Dinklage
just
will
fine.
be just fine.
Talk about a guy
PD.
who is short but uses it to his advantage. Kit, learn from Dinklage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Take
Come
a
on.
couple notes from the co-star.
Come on.
Knew who you selling.
Tiffany Haddish.
That's a great
Tiffany
one.
Haddish
great
is gone.
song.
That's a great
She,
one.
I think, she got her year. She got her time. And
You
she
had
did
her
like
time.
7 movies. I
Congrats.
didn't see
I
Night
hope you
School.
enjoyed it.
Woo, yeah.
I heard she gave it her all, but had a terrible New Year's Eve. So limping into 2019, as it stands,
29, and that's because she had a stand-up.
she had a stand-up bit on New Year's Eve. I don't know the details of that.
So
but
she did a stand-up show on New Year's Eve in like Miami or something like that, and apparently she just absolutely bombed to the point that people were like leaving, and on stage she was like, "Damn, like TMZ, this is gonna be on TMZ, isn't it? Like fuck, like to the point of like, oh no, oh no,
Oh, boy.
But I couldn't agree more. She's in every movie in theaters right now, and she plays the exact same character in every single movie, and I'm done with her. So hopefully. But America asked for her. You got what you asked for, America.
Night School's a little different. She's a little bit more of a ball buster.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's always a ball
A little
buster. That's her
sharper.
whole role. Her whole thing is she's a ball buster.
But usually she's busting her own balls.
Yeah,
And
she's
now-
got big balls that she busts. All right, moving on. You guys want to do Legends Never Die?
Yeah.
So Legends Never Die.
Legends never die.
One of our it's a sad segment, but we try to make it funny. Bob Einstein died this week. Total bummer. He's only like 73. If you don't know who he is he talks like this, and he's on Curb Your Enthusiasm. And he's Matt Damon's dad in Ocean's 13. He's a tall guy. You totally recognize him. He's absolutely hilarious. And he died this week, which is a total bummer. But in honor of him, because what he's probably best known for is he's on an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and he tells the dirtiest joke ever. Like, beyond dirty. Should we play the joke? Mm-hmm. All right. So, let's play the joke real quick.
Want to hear a joke?
He doesn't want to hear a joke. We have a read-through.
Yeah, we got. Let me just get right through it.
Okay.
A woman's very afraid of the size of her opening.
What is she afraid of?
The size of her opening. So she goes to her mother. She says, "What am I going to do? I'm so big down there. When I marry Harry, he's going to divorce me." Her mother says, don't worry, sweetheart. It runs in the family. Do what I did when I married your father. Go to the market, get some raw liver, put it in there. He'll never know the difference.
Oh, my God.
So she does. They have 8 hours of sex after their marriage. She wakes up at 10 o'clock. He's gone, but there's a note on her pillow. It says, my darling Harriet, to think that I waited a year to consummate our love relationship makes my heart beat so loud I'm surprised it didn't wake you up. The only reason I'm not here now, darling, is I'm at work to make enough money to buy you a house, a picket fence, we'll have dogs and children.
Oh, this is not so bad.
Oh, yeah, this is great. Will you finish the fucking joke already?
When the 5 o'clock dinner bell rings, I will be home like the winged gossamer of your love in your arms, your loving husband, Harry.
That's nice.
P.S. Your cunt is in the sink.
Okay, you told your joke. Let's go.
How good is that?
You surprised me.
So that's just like the greatest joke of all time. Like that's his timing, the delivery of it, the absolute crudeness of it. It's just, that's how you do it. And when you have that voice, it's just not any better. So we thought in honor of Bob Einstein, we'd find a couple dirty jokes and each share a dirty joke. So you guys have jokes ready? I'll go first.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, I love my joke. Okay. So this is my joke. 3 guys are drinking in a bar when a drunk comes in, staggers up to the counter, and points at the guy in the middle, shouting, "Your mom's the best sex in town!" Everyone expects a fight, but the guy ignores him. So the drunk wanders off and bellies up to the bar at the far end. 10 minutes later, the drunk comes back, points at the same guy, and says, "I just did your mom, and it was sweet." Again, the guy refuses to take the bait, and the drunk goes back to the far end of the bar. Another 10 minutes later, he comes back and announces, "Your mom liked it." And the guy
What's the deal with this guy?
finally interrupts him and says, "Go home, Dad. You're drunk."
That's such a Bob Einstein
Isn't
joke.
that great?
It's great.
Go home, Dad. You're drunk.
I love that joke. I just did your mom and it was sweet. Your mama liked it.
I actually
She
had that
liked
exact
it.
joke queued up.
That was the joke you
Thank
picked?
God. I also found one that my grandma likes to tell. That I got that one queued up also.
Okay, good. You
So
want to
we're
go
good.
new or do you want to go
There you
Jack?
We can do mine. So this one, I'm going to read it off just so I don't fuck it up, but my grandma tells it a little bit different. But there once was a farmer who was raising 3 daughters on his own. Tough work.
I think I've heard this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was very concerned about their well-being and always did his best to watch out for them. As they entered their late teen years, the girls began to date. And on one particular evening, each girl had a suitor coming to the door for him. So as tradition, the father would meet all the suitors at the door with a shotgun. Not to scare them, but just to let them know the situation. If things get out of hand, I'm taking you down.
I got this waiting for you.
This sort of thing. So now I've just lost my place in the joke. Okay, good. So first guy comes to the door, and he says, "Hi, my name's Joe. I'm here for Flo. We're going to go to the show. Is she ready to go?" Nice stuff, Joe. He sees it, goes fine with it. Yeah, Flo goes on. They have a lovely evening. Next guy comes to the door. "Hi, my name's Eddie. I'm here for Betty. We're going to get spaghetti. Is she ready?" And he's like, "Okay, I like spaghetti. I like the Italian culture. You're good to go." And on they go, and they have a great date. Next person comes up and goes, "Hi, my name's Chuck." And the farmer shot him.
That's fucking great.
That's a great joke.
That's a great joke too, because after the first one, I was like, I think I know.
Yeah, you know where it's at.
That was really good. I like that one a lot.
My name's Chuck. Farmer shot him. All right, ready for mine?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna try to do this in my best Bob Einstein impression, which isn't that good, but I'm gonna try. So a guy walks into a bar with an alligator. It's about 10 feet long. How am I doing with the?
I think it's great.
well?
Good. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep
I
going.
think it's great.
Bartender flips out and says, "Hey, buddy, you gotta get that son of a bitch out of here. It's gonna bite one of my customers. I'm gonna get sued." The guy says, No, it's a tame alligator. I'll prove it to you." He picks up the alligator, puts it on the bar, then he unzips his pants, pulls out his package, and sticks it in the alligator's mouth. The alligator just keeps his mouth open. After about 5 minutes, he pulls it out of the alligator's mouth and zips up his pants and says, "See, I told you it was tame alligator. Everybody else want to try it?" The drunk down at the end of the bar says, "Yeah, I'd like to try it, but I don't think I can keep my mouth open for that long." God, I feel like I missed that impression, but
No, that was great. That was a good one.
These jokes are so funny because the whole thing is set up just so
Yeah.
it can be punched in the face with
well,
a
I was
quick
telling you
punchline.
too. Like we were looking for these jokes, and it was hard to find one that we really liked. So I literally thought maybe I'll just write one myself. It's the same dirty jokes. It's the same format every time, which is a guy goes up to another guy. It's usually like a son goes up to his dad, or a guy goes up to a bartender, and he asks him, "Hey, what's this?" the dad or the bartender answers, and then the son or the guy goes to another situation, says that, and in that situation, it's inappropriate. And it's like, literally, that's the joke.
And
But
there's the funny.
Those are great. I want to start like having a whole list of those jokes I can just pull out every now and then.
yeah, that's a real grandpa move.
What a funny,
Yeah.
What a funny thing. On a similar note, moving on. We got a fun little audio thing. So we want you to be the judge, both the listeners and us. I don't think either of you guys have heard this, but it was a big thing last week that somebody pointed out that in a new episode of Sesame Street, Grover might have said the F word. And people are all about it. It's a hot debate. So I'm going to put my mic to it, and I want to play it. I want to see what you guys think. All right?
Move the camera! Yes! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea!
What'd you guys think?
I think that's a definite F-bomb.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Let's listen. Can we listen one more time?
What else
Yeah.
could it be?
Let's listen, because I know what else it is. Let's listen one more time.
Move the camera! Yes! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea!
So the other way to hear it is, that sounds like an excellent idea.
All right, play it again.
Play
This-
one more
this is a
time
real-
knowing that's the case.
This is
Yeah,
a
last
real,
one.
Isn't this great?
This is a real Laurel. What was the other one?
Laurel
Yanni.
This is a real Laurel Yanni moment.
Blue dress, gold dress.
Like, I bet you like people with different types of ears hear it.
All right, one more time.
Move the camera! Yes! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea!
Holy shit!
See, now I hear sounds like.
If you
Now I
try
hear
to hear
sounds like.
All right, now
Wait.
play it again. I want to see if I can hear fucking.
Okay.
Move the camera! Yes! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea!
Now I just hear sounds.
I
really?
can't even hear where the fucking
Oh, really?
supposed to
Wait,
be.
okay.
I'm only
Last
hearing
time.
sounds.
No, but at first you heard the fucking. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, now listen. Really listen to the fucking. That's a fucking excellent idea, right?
Move the camera! Yes! Yes, that sounds like an excellent idea!
Yes.
Yeah, now I hear
it.
fucking.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Holy shit!
Isn't that crazy?
I think it sounds on.
I
but
saw this and I was
whoa.
like, he didn't say the F word. And I was like, maybe he did. I don't think he did. I think it's one of those.
That's a fucking excellent idea.
Isn't that great? His voice is also great. And also, if you can't see the video, but he's pointing, he's doing like a yes, like to the people. It's great. But yeah, that's a little Bob Einstein tribute. R.I.P.
stuff.
Good stuff. Move in.
What was his
on.
connection to Sesame Street?
Nothing, just inappropriate language and
okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to listen to that, and I didn't have like a
Good segue to
whole
pop it on there.
segment segue kind of thing. But move in on. So we got a bunch of shows coming back. We got a Guess Who's Back. A bunch of shows that are, some are surprising and some are kind of exciting. The two that we're excited about for sure. They announced Stranger Things is coming back July 4th.
Wow.
Do you guys think this next season's gonna be good? I'm very worried.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
Really? They're so much older. They're all gonna look different. They're all gonna be in fucking puberty.
Dude, they're 2 years older.
Dude, they weighed like 90 pounds in the first two seasons.
That's just
the
me-
black kid is going to be a completely different person. He's so skinny and small in these.
No, because the black kid was like 16. He was the oldest
Really?
one playing young, so
Yeah.
he's gonna look probably the most the same.
And Finn Wolfhand still looks the same.
Gatton Masrato's gonna look the oldest.
He's going to look so different, dude.
Yeah.
He's kind of like a different face and shit.
well, he's Italian,
And he's
gonna have like a
closest
beard.
with Steve. Baseball bat Steve. So he kind of trends older anyway.
There's
That'll
one thing
work.
we
It
know.
won't offend me.
Steve's going to bring the heat, right?
Steve will
There's-
bring the heat.
We know that for
Steve
sure.
will be bringing the heat.
Yeah.
And fucking Jonathan, again, will not be bringing the heat.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Jonathan,
guy.
fix your face,
Let me
dude.
go get arrested at LAX again.
Yeah, for, what was that, coke or something?
Jonathan.
What are you doing?
God, he just looks like a bad guy.
He does, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
I get it.
He does.
I get it.
You know, it's not even so much I dislike him. I got no qualms with him. I
Nothing
just
at
love
all.
Steve. And the idea that these two are on opposite ends of the scale.
Yeah.
And we're looking at a
Yeah,
balanced
they're on the same
scale.
playing field now.
Whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
I can also guarantee you Winona Ryder's going to be really applauded for her role, even though it's going to be kind of mediocre.
a lot of whining.
But
Yeah.
no, I think it's going to be fantastic. It's the same. It's the brothers who are, they're still at the helm.
Yeah.
Like, these things get fucked up when they have a changing of the guard, and they haven't done it. And
It's been over a year?
they intentionally waited a year because they were like, we want to do,
Older, right?
they had a story in mind, which makes me, dude, it's going to be dope. I'm pumped.
Yeah, so there we go. July 4th, though. That'll be great. No one will probably watch it the night of July 4th. Oh, I'm thinking about it, but interesting.
You're forgetting how nerdy people are.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I love the summer vibes. I love the fireworks and stuff. Good little teaser trailer. The other show coming back that we're pumped about, True Detective, starts in like a week
Oh, yeah.
with something Ali, the guy from
Muhammad.
that's the boxer.
Yes.
He's from Green Book and from a lot of different movies. Did you think his name was Muhammad Ali? No,
For some reason, just right then I went, I know his name.
no, it's he's
on.
from Moonlight and stuff.
Hang
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a second.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Muhammad. That's great. But True Detective, they're going back to the roots, it looks like, where it's two different time periods. No McConaughey or Harrelson, but obviously no one likes season 2. I think they're being like, let's go back to it's
Okay.
later. What is it?
It's Mahershala.
Okay, not
It's
bad.
Mahershala.
I'll give you Mahershala.
You want to know something interesting?
What?
I think I've seen in total of the 2 seasons like 2 episodes of True Detective.
You've never seen the first season?
You know, when it first came out, I was just like,
We should watch it.
this is a dark mood.
Oh, it's
and I
so
don't
dark.
really want to feel that.
Oh,
right now.
Jack.
I just don't really like. There's a lot of shows and a lot of movies like that too, where it's like,
You can't handle violence. You get
no, it's not the
Nervous.
violence. It's the
It's
well,
a
yeah.
specific type of fucked up. It's like
Oh no, it's so fucked
we
up.
watched
It's like
that
rape
medieval
fucked up.
show. Speaking of Kit Harington, we watched
Yeah.
that one where they gut somebody in the first episode, and you're like, I don't need this at all
No.
right now.
I don't need the
I'm
guts
not
spilling out.
particularly interested in the plot line anyway. Now I'm way off.
I'm not sucked in, and yeah, those.
And
shows,
also, it's Louisiana. You don't like Louisiana. I know that.
oh yeah, I'm anti-Louisiana.
It's the worst state in the country. It's not close.
Anti-bio. That's tough for a
Florida's a
Louisiana
distant
listener.
49, and then everyone else is a distant.
Dude, I
Yeah.
love
48
I love
9.
40. I love Florida. Florida's great.
The difference between Louisiana and Florida is about the difference between, Florida and whatever number 30 is, and that's a distance.
Yeah,
You guys are tough on
that's
Florida.
a gap. We're talking like
I disagree.
I'm tough on Louisiana. Is what
Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Louisiana is the only state that runs with a fucking French government.
it's
What are we
ridiculous.
doing?
What was this, Canada?
Absolutely ridiculous.
Their colors are yellow, green, and purple. Those colors don't go together,
They
guy.
don't mix. They don't mix.
They
Their
don't mix well.
cuisine is Cajun.
They
It makes absolutely no sense.
I like Cajun food.
they talk wrong. Yeah, about them over there.
I bet some people think you talk wrong. How about that?
Uh,
How about that, Neil? You guys with your fancy language and your grammar
I talk pretty close to
Yeah.
the.
and your pronunciation
To
of
the
words, how articulate, and you're actually dictating. Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, so True Detective will be good. And then there's a couple just, in my mind, shocking that these shows are back. And I think this is showing how TV is in a terrible state right now. You got that show Corporate on Comedy Central.
oh yeah.
That show is hard to watch.
That show is shot like True Detective, where it's like it's meant to be
Harsh.
Like this is like they shoot
meant to
it
make
in-
you uncomfortable.
They shoot it in such a harsh light because they're like, yeah, because it's fucking real.
yeah.
And it's like, well, guess what, guy? I'm sitting at home watching a TV. My life's already fucking real.
Yeah.
I don't need.
I'm reeled up, bro.
I can't
That's why
believe that
tuned
show's
in.
back. Well, I would have guaranteed that wasn't making a season 2 when we saw the first episode last year. Smilf is coming back.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
great show name. I actually really like the main actress, but that show is absolutely
You like
absurd.
what's her name? Frankie something.
She's from Blue Mountain State season
What does the
2.
S stand
Frankie
for?
Shaw.
She's hot.
Frankie Shaw.
Single mother.
Oh.
I like to. You know the rest.
Fool around with.
Fool around with. Exactly. Smilf is back.
Did you guys watch any season 1 Smell?
No, you told me the first scene of the first episode, and I was out.
Yeah.
She's like, it's like a pickup basketball game. And
She's the very first scene.
she like
she's,
takes the guy to the hoop.
and she's like, it's like a flirty way thing, like where it's like she's having this back and forth with the guy, but she's really balling him up. And like one of the plot lines is she's like was like a really stud basketball player. Mm-hmm. It's tough.
And then she's got a baby there, and the guy didn't know
it's
that.
tough.
Yeah, that sounds tough. And then you got Crashing with Pete Holmes is coming back, which is just the most depressing show on TV in my mind for a lot of the time.
I like some of them when they have like good stand-ups.
They have good.
play
The
themselves.
whole show is cameos in my mind.
Yeah.
Like anytime there's a good cameo, it's like, oh, John Mulaney's on. For the most part, it's just like I don't want to watch the sad Christian guy be depressed.
Yeah, they totally overdo that story.
It's weird.
And you know what's weird is I actually like sad Pete Holmes more than I like happy Pete Holmes.
The happy's annoying too.
Like the way they've got.
I love
this-
Pete Holmes, but
the way they've got this season dressed up, he's like wearing a fedora and like
Yeah.
gaining some confidence, and it's like I don't want anything.
I don't want
with
any of that.
I like Pete because he.
why do you wear short
he
sleeve
gets the
button
problems.
downs?
Yeah.
You got flabby arms. Cover 'em. And then you got the Orville, that Star Trek Seth MacFarlane.
I said this to you guys.
spinoff.
The Orville apparently is a lot better. We watched the first episode, and apparently the
was
first
trash.
episode is the worst episode.
Okay, it was garbage.
Because apparently what happened was Seth MacFarlane really wanted to make the show. He wrote the show. He got really nervous, so he added a bunch of kind of Family Guy style jokes to it
Okay.
because he was worried it wasn't going to work. But afterwards, Jon Favreau, who executive produced the show, was like, "You're kind of chickening out. Just stick with the story that you originally wrote." And apparently, it's really good now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So that one I get coming back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't really like it. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm down to try. I like the sci-fi shit.
Mm-hmm.
It could be cool. Moving on. We got a story.
Oh yeah, we got a good story to that.
Story time.
Okay, it's story time. So this is the story of how I lost my phone, because this was a pretty real week.
Dude, incredibly real.
Yeah, for all of us.
One of the realest weeks.
Henry and I got back from Mexico. I got back a day early. So
I got a Mexico story real quick.
Oh yeah.
Totally forgot. When we were in Mexico at our hotel, get in the elevator with my mother. Standard elevator ride. Hold the door, please. Of course. Hold the door.
Yeah.
Family comes in. Who is the father of this family? Big Boy. You know the radio guy?
Yeah.
Big Boy's Neighborhood.
Big Boy's Neighborhood. It's that guy. He's all skinny now. He's got
Yeah.
kids. And it's like, oh crap, it's him. Mom didn't know who he was. But he's with, and he's getting a tour, of course, by like the concierge or something. They're getting like a whole thing. And somehow they're like, where are you from? Or they're like, it's really cold. And we're like, not cold where we're from. They're like, where are you from? And Mom's like, DC. He's like, oh, no way. And he was like, yeah, but he's in LA to me. And he's like, oh, I live in LA. Where in LA do you live? And I'm like, Big Boy, I live in Culver City. And he's like, I'm from Culver City. I grew up in Culver City. And I was like, no way. Actually, technically I'm in Palms. That's our little area. And he goes, I went to Palms like high school. That's where I grew up. And I was like, that is nuts. What a small world. He then goes, I grew up, and I don't want to list where we live, but he names 2 streets. He's like, on the corner of those. And like
And it's
basically
literally
right
the
there.
corner of our
It
streets.
is the corner of where we live. To the point where he goes right by the McDonald's.
Yeah.
And that's our McDonald's.
That's our
across
McDonald's.
the street. Big Boy, small world, grew up in the same neighborhood that we live in.
Maybe the same house.
Is that
What he told
crazy?
us, there's a chance that we grew up in the same house.
Yeah.
Like, how nuts is that?
Do you tell him about our radio program?
Yeah, we needed 3 more floors.
I
of
did
time.
not. It was like ding, door open, and I went, "That's so what a funny small world." Oh, by the way, big fan. He goes, "Oh, thank you
Yeah.
for holding that until the end. What
Yeah.
a classy move."
Yeah,
So-
that's real classy of you.
was
That was
very
classy.
classy, yeah.
Henry's very good about first spotting celebrities in public, and then about getting something in with them, but
Yep.
not totally not blowing
They
up
don't
their
want you
spot.
to come up and gay, hey, oh my god, and then everyone's like, "Oh, it's a famous person." You got to give a little, "Hey, big fan."
He once
Yeah.
gave
Keep it
a
up.
whispered big fan to Max Kellerman at an Earth Cafe.
I did.
Yeah.
He loved it.
That
He
was
said,
great.
"Thanks, Chief."
Yeah, we hate when people come up to us.
Oh,
and say-
it's the worst. It's the worst.
Okay, so Henry and I get back from Mexico. I got back a day early because I had worked the following day and had to get ready and all that stuff like that. So the day I got back was New Year's Eve. Go out with friends, fantastic time. Oh, but this is, by the way, just to set it up, this is the story of how I lost and then eventually recovered my phone. Okay, there we
A
go.
little preface. That's the title.
So we go out, get very, very intoxicated. It was this really weird drink that tasted like jungle juice. I don't know if it was legal, but we were buying bottles of it, and it was like their homemade punch thing that was just tasted like cough syrup. Probably had cough syrup. But
Always
great
a
stuff.
good decision to do the homemade branded bottle, whatever that night is.
Exactly. Anyway, so I just, over like the span of like 30 minutes, unbeknownst to me, I just completely lost kind of motor skills.
Yeah, you browned out.
I browned out.
Hands off the steering wheel.
Hands off the steering wheel. So I'm heading home, I decide to leave, and
What?
Each debating which details to divulge.
yeah,
and
I'm debating
ones
which
not.
details. Anyway, I was in a real.
Does the court care to know there was a lady in the car?
Exactly. Like, all right, so I was in a real rush to get in the car because I was with a lady friend. I was in a real rush to get into the car. Now, New Year's Eve, there's a fuck ton of Ubers that are, and there's like a huge line. It's a ton of wait. So we left the bar. The Uber was gonna come in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, romance does not wait in line.
Romance does not wait in line. So
has.
I offered, and keep in mind, these are all things that I've, as a detective, kind of strung together where my mind was at. So I went up to a car, and it was an Uber, and I said, "Hey, I'll just give you cash if you give us a ride." Guy's like, "Hell yeah.
Damn right.
Hop in." Don't really remember the ride home, although then he kind of gave me some details of it, which was hilarious.
Nice.
Let's just say we weren't wearing our seatbelts. We're bad. We're so bad.
Ooh.
Go home. Wake up the next morning.
Sorry.
Wake up the next morning. Can't find my phone,
Oh no.
which is strange because I don't ever lose shit.
This is not a Jack O'Shea move.
No, I know where my things are. This is out of the ordinary.
You have spots for your things.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
My room is ran like a psychopath. So can't find my phone, tear my room all the way up. It's not there. I realize, I probably left it in Uber. Then remembered, motherfucker, I paid the guy in cash. So it's not like I have any sort of digital record of
No.
what Uber I was in.
It's
Like,
impossible to find.
holy shit.
It's gone forever.
Give up now.
It's gone forever. I legitimately was like, look, it's gone forever. I use my phone so much for work. I just went out, just bought a new phone. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the camera on my phone is fantastic. So buy a new phone, My old phone is currently offline, so I can't find my iPhone. Go to work the next day. I get a notification. Your phone's been found. And
it's been pinged. Like
it's been pinged.
Located. Yeah.
It's been located. So what that means is whoever has my phone charged it, because it must have been dead, charged it, and then it pinged. But then the sketchy part was that person then turned it off.
So a practiced
A
iPhone
thief.
thief.
And also
Yeah.
this phone was in bumfuck California. It was in Monrovia.
Monrovia's deep.
Sounds like a
Yes.
made-up country from Princess Diaries.
Yes. So the next night, but he turns it off immediately, which is sketchy because if you think about it, if somebody wants to return your phone, like on it said, call my brother, and I
Me.
put Henry's number. I was
Yeah.
like, call my brother. If you find this phone, I'll give you some quiche. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Uh,
Egg, frittata,
the guy,
some quiche on
the guy
side.
turns it on, sees that, then decides to turn it off. Like
Yeah.
it's so
Not good.
sketchy.
Not good.
Well, he wanted to ponder his options without being on the grid.
Exactly. But he saw that there's cash is on the table. So, but fortunately I get the notification. So I'm like, okay, here's the address. Next night I drive to bumfuck California from work. You know, I get there at like 9:30 and I get to the address. I'm not going to say the address. I don't know why not, but I have it memorized in my head. And like, motherfucker, it's not a house, which you're hoping it's going to be. It's like a little townhouse building. So there's 4 apartments in it.
It's tough.
So I go to open the front door of the apartment general complex. Go to open it. It's locked. Of course it is. I don't know Monrovia, but maybe it's a dangerous neighborhood. I literally am thinking, all right, I drove an hour out here. I can't just drive home and be like, that's a bummer. So there's no doorbells or anything like that. I knock on the front door a bunch and I can see in. It's like a hallway and nobody comes. So I go and I knock on the window of the closest one.
Wow.
These people whose window I knocked on did not like this. They were very sketched out.
Let's talk time of the night too. It's like
It's
9:30.
9:30.
9:30. Okay.
Let's also talk about how I'm a large man with a buzz cut and I'm knocking there.
Alarms are going off. Yeah.
I'm knocking there and their dog was losing it. And the guy there was very upset that I was knocking on the window. And I was like, you don't get it. I lost my phone. It says it's in this building. And I was like, do you have my phone? He's like, I don't have your fucking phone. Anyway, then his wife comes up. I assume it's his wife, maybe his mistress.
His lover.
I don't want to get the guy in trouble.
Yeah.
His lady friend comes up and it's like, well, why just open the front door? And I was like, it's locked. And she goes, it never locks. Turns out the door's open.
Was it a push not pull situation?
No, it's
no.
it's a push, but she gave me the credit of like, but if you don't know, like you do have to kind of jerk it.
Credit
push it
was
forward.
given. Credit was given.
Credit was given.
Yeah.
The guy was still not happy with me. I kept him being like, I'm sorry. I know this is awful. I would hate this too, but you have to understand I need my phone.
And get that fucking dog under control.
Yeah, that family, they sucked because they were just, yeah.
A bad start.
So I
Bad start.
Knock on the next apartment. That guy's cool as fuck. He's like, oh no, man, shit, I don't have your phone. That sucks.
bruh.
And he's like, wait, let me get your info. Because I told him it was like in this building. He's like, let me get your info because in case somebody else isn't home, like I'll let them know. Go upstairs, knock on one. The highest guy I've ever seen comes out. He has hair down to his ass. Great guy. Fortunately, doesn't have my phone.
He's never heard of phones.
Knock on the next door. The a guy comes to the door, doesn't open it. At this point, I feel like I must look like the creepiest person ever because he doesn't open the door even. He just like talks me through the people and it's just like, he was like, yeah, what do you want? And I was like, my phone, I think my phone might be here. You don't happen to have a phone, do you? And he was like, no, we don't have a phone. I was like, okay, is there any chance you have like a roommate who might have my phone? He was like, no, I'm sorry, dude.
Leave, get out of here.
We
We don't
don't.
have
Good
it.
luck. So I leave. And I settle on the fact where it's like, guess what? I'm not gonna have a phone. Oh, and also to up the stakes of this too, when I got my new phone, the AT&T told me I wouldn't be able to get my old number back that I've had for 10 years. And that was why I was devastated.
It's so
Yeah,
funny.
that's tough.
I was legitimately like, holy shit.
New number. Who this?
Yeah, like everything in my life is connected
Familiar.
to this number for work and social stuff. Like you can't just, you're taking away my life, man.
There's not a lot of numbers out there.
There's not a lot.
Yeah, there's not a lot
They're
to give
important.
You're literally throwing away friendships I've had from high school and college because I just never talked to those people.
Yeah.
again.
And if they try to reach out to me,
They're gonna think you're ghosting.
good luck, buddy. So I go home and I'm like, yep, phone's gone. This sucks. I'll go to AT&T this weekend. Go to bed. Wake up. The next day, I kind of really settle in with it where it's like, yeah, maybe a new number won't be so bad. Whatever.
You've motored through the stages of grief.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Drive home from work. And keep in mind, now I don't have any cell data. So when I'm driving home, I got
Just you on the road.
just me in the road.
On a little AM radio.
So I drive home from work. I get home, and Matt's like, "Holy shit, Jack, have you talked to Henry?" And I was like, "No, because I have no cell data." And he goes, "Somebody contacted Henry and said, hey, we have your phone." And then Henry, do you have the text pulled up?
Yeah. So I was still working. It was like 8, and I was driving and got a text from a random number that said, "What's the reward for the phone?" ? Mm-hmm. Waited a couple minutes. I texted you. I texted Matt, being like, "Is he home?" You weren't home. And then they said, "Are you there?" So I said, "This is the brother of the guy whose phone you have. Who is this?"
Mm-hmm.
Does not answer that question. Says, "Found on the ground in LA somewhere." Says there's a reward? ?
Yeah.
Found
so
on the ground.
Yeah,
So Henry calls me at this point and he says there were reward. So he reads that. It's found on the ground.
And
in LA
I'm
somewhere.
like, I'm not with him, so like I'll ask what the reward is. So I finally get on the phone with you, and
Yeah.
you're like, "Okay, let's think this out."
But just think about how sketchy that is. A guy says, "I found on the ground in LA somewhere." Why don't you tell me where? Like, I found on the ground in LA in Burbank or in downtown or something. Like, somewhere. Like, why are you being vague about this
Just
guy?
opening with is
the
there a
double
reward?
text, "Are you there?" before any response
yeah.
is creepy in and of itself.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got another theory of this story. I'm going to wait till the end to fully get into.
So I talked to you, Jack, and you were like, I don't know, what should we say, like $25, $50? And I was like, $50, definitely, because our thought was maybe he'll like double it or something like that. We'll go
Yeah.
for $100 is fine.
Yes. I basically said, I want to say.
We're now in a negotiation.
I think if he's asking about an award, he's gonna try to extort me a little bit.
We're
So
master negotiators.
Let's try to start a little bit low because assuming he's gonna double it.
Yeah, so we say $50, and then he texts back, "Is he out of town?" And I said, "No, I'm just not with him."
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Are you coming to Glendale?" And I went, "Is that where you are?" And no. Like, why would I? No. Where's that coming from?
Yeah.
So then he goes, "How about $250?" So I call
250.
you, and I'm like, "Guy says $250," and we're like, "Oh dear Lord."
And so at this point too, right now I'm thinking, okay, a guy's trying to extort me. Now, I asked you, New, and Matt if you'd ever seen me before when somebody is trying to wrong me. I get very, very upset.
I've been without the privilege
Yes,
so far.
I get angry, and I started getting real jacked up, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking break this guy's legs. And
Or girl.
If it was a girl, I probably wouldn't break her legs. But I assume
That's
it's a man.
sexist.
We don't know who it is.
If you're willing to break the guy's legs,
Yeah.
I'm afraid I must insist.
we don't know who's on the other side of this
You have
phone.
to break the
Well,
woman's legs as well.
if it's a girl, I'm calling Chardonnay O'Shea, Beth O'Shea. My mom will come kill her. But so I'm
Come beat that ass.
So I said to Henry, okay, tell him this. He'll go to 100, but he's willing to discuss the price further in person. Because my thought was, again, I'm a bigger guy. As we learned the night before, I'm kind of scary looking at sometimes in some situations. And I was like, I'm gonna go to the door and I'm gonna say, hey, I offered you 50. I'll give you 100. If you don't, there's gonna be a problem. And I was literally just gonna take my phone. I was gonna beat the shit out of this guy who's trying to extort me for my phone.
Yeah,
I was about
extortion.
to kill this guy.
It's a biggie.
I'm getting fired up right now.
So I texted the guy. He says he'll do 100, but he's willing to negotiate in person.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy responds out of complete. It's
Real quick too. So because he turned on my phone, I got another ping of where it was.
Now he's in Glendale.
Now he's in Glendale, and not only that, it just directs it. The map. It's right in the middle of Griffith Park. Like it's not on a street. Like
Yeah.
he's in the park, making me think.
He's trying to throw off the signal.
He's trying to throw off the signal, or he's a homeless guy who lives in Griffith Park.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever followed a homeless guy. I know I haven't, but I
They're
can
pretty
only
good.
imagine they got nothing to lose.
they're fighting. They're fighting on a constant.
They're my
basis.
favorite people
Every
to
day
fight.
is a battle.
Yeah.
Every day is a battle.
No assault charges, no nothing. You
Yeah.
can kill those people and get away with it.
That's what they say.
That's why New loves fighting them.
That's why
New
it's so
loves
great.
fighting them.
No consequences.
But so the guy responds out of absolute left field because I'm like $100, but I'll negotiate in person. The guy goes, "No, that's okay. I just wanted to see how much the temptation was. I'll bring it for free. What's the address? I can't imagine losing my phone. It would drive me crazy! Exclamation point. Where do I need to go?"
So Henry calls me and tells me that.
I go, "What the fuck?" And I called you. I was like, "Dude, I don't know what the hell is going on. I think we're on a prank show."
No,
like,
so Henry literally calls me. His first words are, "Get a load of this." Like it was exactly that. Where it was like, "Wait a minute, this guy just got me from thinking I'm about to kill him to buddy, you don't got to pay me a dime.
Yeah,
like, I'm a good Samaritan.
I can't imagine losing my phone. It drive me crazy. It's like, what? Who is this? The same person?
Yeah.
What's going on? Someone else on the
I'm
line?
gonna raise a theory out here.
So I go, like, seriously, like, whatever, like, that's awesome. Here's our address. Thanks so much. He goes, no problem. And I'm like, are you coming tonight? And he just goes, his name is Jack? Question mark.
Yeah, he just says-
he's responding to questions with questions. And I'm like, yep, Jack. And then finally you texted him like, hey, can't like really appreciate it. What is it? 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, knock on the or buzz on the thing.
Yeah, no. So he says, yeah, no, I'll bring it, but he doesn't say when he's gonna.
No,
bring
and I
it.
said, "Are you coming tonight?" And he goes, "Is his name Jack?" And I was like,
That was his response.
not the answer that I was looking for, guy."
So my thought was, okay, like tomorrow or Sunday, he's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna swing by in the middle of the day. But then 30 minutes after he asked if my name's Jack, he texts Henry and says, I'm here.
Maybe he asked that kind of in like a coy way. Like he already knew your name was Jack. So it's like, does a bear shit in the woods? It's like, well,
Yeah.
is his name Jack? Because I'm fucking on my way.
Maybe. Oh.
If that's what he intended, this guy is something else.
Well, no. What I think is this guy is a serial killer, and I think he's got people in his house. I think he was that guy in Monrovia who did the little, like, the way you described it was did he ever open the door?
I love that you have these theories.
I'm imagining.
You know the story, right?
Yes.
So why are you putting theories when you know?
He was the guy.
Keep going. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the guy comes and he says, I'm here. So we're all bucked up.
Yeah.
You know, we're all ready to
Me
go
and
because we're
Matt
still in that mode.
We went down to the garage.
Yeah, we were
He was up here keeping watch with the phone in case the paramedics or I guess the police would need to come.
I had the first 2 digits of 911 dialed.
Paramedics for
911,
him. Police
I got
for us.
nervous if you have 911 dialed all the way out, if it just dials automatically.
because
for
it
you.
assumes.
Yeah, it's like, well, no one just dials 911.
You get killed
Yeah.
for that kind of thing. Yeah.
So
Not good.
I go and I open the door, and it's this kind of nerdy guy just standing there. I don't recognize him. And he goes, "Hey, Jack," and I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, here's your phone." And I was like, "Holy shit!"
And me and Matt are in the hallway. We're about to go to the garage, and we hear that, and we're like, "Stop, listen." And so
Yeah.
we heard this whole conversation.
So he gives me my phone. I was like, "Holy shit, thank you so much, dude." And I, go to give him a 50. And he goes, No, please. I was like, seriously, for the love of God, take this money. You're the greatest guy.
Weird guy, but great guy.
Weird guy. I wouldn't have done what he did.
No, I don't think anyone would.
But and then listen to the rest of the story too. It gets a little bit weirder, and I was like, "Thank you so much. What's your name?" And I reach out to shake up my hand. He goes, and he pulls away from the shaking of my hand, which I thought was a little bit odd.
You know what that means?
Herpes.
No, the tattoo of the pirate. He doesn't want you. That's the classic. He thinks you're going to Jack
Pirate.
Sparrow him.
Yeah.
Yep, there it is.
Ooh, he's been
There's the
branded
pirate
as
symbol.
a scallywag.
Anyways, you
Parlay.
he doesn't
Brushed
let
with
you,
the East India Trading Company. Have
Yes.
we? Pirate.
Yeah,
Pirate.
So he doesn't let you know that. But
So he doesn't let me know that. I'm like, and I don't even respond when he says like, I don't really want to tell you my name, because I was like, that's weird as fuck.
Serial killer.
Give me a fake name, dude.
He
I don't
kills
care.
people.
Yeah.
So my
Serially.
first thought is, because I'm so ecstatic, my first thought is, am I on a show right now? I was like, why can't you tell me your name? He goes, well, see, that's sort of part of the thing.
yeah, this
And he
is
goes-
a thing now.
He goes, I drove you home that night, which
Year's
is hilarious because I don't recognize him at all because I was blacked the fuck out. He goes, I drove you home that night, and you paid me in cash, and I'm gonna get in trouble
With Uber.
With Uber, if they find out. And so he was like, I found your phone and I realized you paid me in cash, and I figured Uber was going to connect the dots. So I turned it on, saw that you got the notification, turned it off because I was so worried.
He doesn't want to lose his Uber license thing.
Yeah. So I said to
He
him,
doesn't want a spotlight put on him because he kills people for a living.
but so I said to him, I was like, oh, cool. Well, yeah, sounds good. Totally get it. And I said to him, by the way, you don't happen to live at 167. I'm not going to say the address. I was like, you don't happen to live at 167, the address. Thinking, because my thought when nobody in the building had it was that the GPS was like a little bit off, maybe a ways off, because that would make sense. I was like, maybe it's way off, and I went out here for no reason. And he goes, yeah, that's my address. And I was like, well, I knocked on all the doors. And
There's an answer to every door.
Yeah, I talked to you. Which is kind of like a scary movie.
He was
type
the guy
thing.
behind the door.
He was behind the door when I said, "Do you have my phone?" He goes, "No."
I didn't know this part of the story.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
I felt
Sorry.
like you didn't know that.
I realize
was the
now that,
guy.
yeah, I see what you're saying.
Is that not the creepiest
Dude,
thing?
He killed, dude. In the second
So
you said,
creepy.
"Oh no, it's gonna be $50, but he'll negotiate in person," completely folded. Don't come to my place again. Don't do this and that. He's got people in 117 at the address.
Dude, I don't even know like what his plan was. Like when we were on the phone, when I was talking to you, it was like, should we give him our address? And I was like, what's he gonna do? Fucking kill us? Like, what's who?
Yeah.
Is this guy? Like,
He might. He likes to do it.
no one's gonna like. This plan seems like a really bad CSI episode.
We've always talked about how like we don't want anybody to break in, but we're a house with 5 dudes. We're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
If somebody does come
We're
in.
also a great like Saw cast if anyone really wanted to take advantage of it.
Stop
make
talking
a great
like this,
Saw
dude.
movie. We'd make a good Saw movie.
Well, we
though.
make a good stop.
as the victims. I think we'd all be out very early.
Nobody's
Mikey would
saying-
die instantly.
I think we'd all kill ourselves instantly.
Pull
The key out of your liver. It'd be like, give me the gun. Let's all shoot ourselves. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? I'm not gonna pull something out of my liver.
I'm a survivor. I'm gonna work harder.
So I
I'm
get
gonna make it. Yeah.
so I get my phone back and that all happens. But isn't that not the weirdest?
It's impossibly.
Lamar Jackson just made an
impossibly
unbelievable play. The Ravens are still in the game. Keep going.
Is that not the weirdest
weird. It's so
thing I've
weird.
ever heard? Especially when it's like, if you think
Oh
about
no,
it.
I was there.
If you think
I
about it,
talked to
I
you.
was there.
What if he like winked and gave you a little?
What he should have done, well, it's also like, okay, you were worried about Uber connecting the dots. I came to your door. Just give me the phone then.
And
Like,
it's
you
over.
saved yourself a ride. Like,
That's
I
it.
do get though. It's like weird. You're at his house, and then now it's like, you know where I live, kind of thing. Even though like there's no reason for you to be a weird guy.
Yeah.
I do get it's weird now. We're at my home, and I don't know, but I agree. It's very odd.
Just relax, serial killer. You've done nothing wrong. A guy left a phone in your car. He's come to collect it.
I think he's just kind of a beta male who was very, very worried about getting sent to the principal's office. I don't know. Anyway,
I think
got
he
my
was
phone
that guy,
back.
and then he started killing people.
Yeah, stop it. You're actually kind of starting to scare me a little
well, it's
bit.
not over. I guess you're right. We don't. He now knows where we live.
Well, we're brushing off this theory.
We didn't tell him the apartment number. What an idiot.
Oh, an idiot.
That's
He's gonna
true.
kill those dumbasses in 9.
Enjoy knocking on every door.
Yeah.
All 6 doors.
Good. That's right. And yeah, is there?
That's it.
Great. Good. Hey, we got the phone back.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Let's finish this guy off with a little Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
Rev your engines. All right. Ready? Mm-hmm. The new Xfinity X1 Voice, which is like an Alexa competitor, will not let people watch the Dick Van Dyke Show because of its crude language. The name Dick Van Dyke. Who's to blame? Xfinity or Dick Van Dyke's mother? What do you think?
Wait, what?
So Xfinity, when you say, I want to watch or put on the Dick Van Dyke Show, it says that language is inappropriate and I'm not going to listen to you. His name is Dick Van Dyke.
Oh, yeah, because he has Dyke in it too.
Both.
That's a hilarious name.
Isn't that funny?
That's really funny.
That's like
Is
being
there
named-
any
I'm like
other
trying to come
name?
to terms with that. I'm gonna bring the name Dick back. That's not a name.
like being-
off the short list for my kids.
Like,
my
what is
grandpa's
that
name
like?
is Dick. He's a hell of a guy.
He's a hell of a guy. Yes.
I'll tell you what it's. I'll literally
what's it
tell you
like?
exactly what it's like, and then just bleep the last word in here. It's like being named Pussy Von Fag. Like it literally is. That's essentially the same thing. It's like a nickname for the genitalia.
It's like, you know, it's like the Austin Powers female, like the
Pussy Galore.
Pussy Galore and Ivana
But it's
Humpalot.
3.
Yeah, I guess
Dick
that's
and
3.
Dyke.
Yeah. Well, that's also the funny part. Like Pussy Galore and all that stuff like that. It's like you can kind of, you have to push the words together for it to be something. It says both Dick and Dyke in his name. It's fucking nuts. He's a really famous guy. I thought that was great. Also, Xfinity X1. Who the fuck has one of those?
I don't see a
Never
lot
heard of
them.
it. Next question. Holmes and Watson still has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Is it possible that movie is actually that bad?
I don't think so.
I think we're gonna enjoy it, dude.
Yeah. And right now, I saw it's got an audience score of like 8% or something like that. I think we could easily fall in that 8%.
Fall in that 8%.
Dude, we started this podcast and it was really it used to be even much more movie oriented. We started it pretty much with the idea of like we hate the fact that every critic podcast is just a bunch of like snobs. We love Adam Sandler movies. Stop hating on Adam Sandler.
Grumps 2 is even
They
better
call
than Grumps
movies pictures and films.
Yeah, I
1.
think
Even though our thing is called Talking Pictures.
Well, it's kind of like a funny,
yeah.
you know,
It's
laughing
a
at
jab
ourselves.
at the establishment.
but it's also
Academy.
it's literally just because
protest.
all the time we say talking pictures.
Talking Pictures.
That's
see?
all.
It's fun to talk in that
Why?
voice.
we do that.
It's a fun voice.
I think that we would like it.
I think, and then we got to go see it. I'll throw
Okay.
that in the with the Vice and the Aquaman category.
You have our pledge.
Yeah, there it is. Next, they're making a Quiet Place sequel. It's going to be in the same world, but from a different perspective. Jack, you never saw it, did you? New is how's that even possible?
I read some stuff about this actually. So it's like it's going to be from a different family. So it's
But
not
every family has the same story.
It's not going to be Krasinski. It's not going to be Emily Blunt. So it's going to be a very similar movie, different family.
I think it's gonna be stupid.
I assume Krasinski will reprise his role as the monsters because
Yes,
people
he
forget
did
that he
play the
did that,
monsters,
and he
yeah.
played him great.
I
Sneaky
think
athlete.
this
That
movie's
was
not gonna-
terrifying to look
yeah.
over at you while you were doing that, and I didn't know you were doing that. That was
What?
he was just
Oh,
like
he was making that face.
really scary.
That is weird. I was looking at myself in the camera. That's weird.
I don't know how they're gonna do this because we already know what they look like and the whole thing with the sound and like everything. It's just gonna be another quiet movie. I'm kind of out.
I bet you they Cloverfield it.
What do you mean?
They kind of go deeper into like why this happened.
Oh, I guess start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Start from the
I bet you it's an origin story.
I could see that.
It'd be cool to see it on like a bigger scale where it's like it's not just the one family.
We're literally describing what Cloverfield did.
okay.
Right? That's
I never saw either
No,
of the
see,
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield
so
never.
yeah.
Cloverfield. I guess in the most recent one they finally
Yeah.
explained.
Like, I
yeah,
thi-
but there were a couple in the middle where it was like you still haven't explained what's going on.
I think that The Quiet Place is basically like Cloverfield 2. I think that they're now going to make Cloverfield 1 where it's like this is what happened the first day. or
Yeah,
something.
Cloverfield 3. Yeah, or whatever. Cloverfield Paradox. Next, Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Giannis are having a little fun thing going on. I'm going to read you their tweets. Giannis tweeted at The Rock, and in an interview, he was like, "I smell what The Rock's cooking. Big fan. Like, I challenge him to a weightlifting contest. I think he could kick his ass." And then he got like, he's not even close to me. Like, I think like I could beat The Rock, which is hilarious because Giannis weighs like 195 pounds. But The Rock had the best tweet ever back at him. He said, "quote unquote, I'd kill him." That's what Giannis said. Laughing emoji, fist emoji. "Love this dude. It's why he's an NBA beast and the Bucks are #1 in the East. But you don't want this smoke because I will slap your lips off into next week, son. And by that, I mean, let's just go get a workout and enjoy tequila after." Laughing face, laughing face. Is Dwayne The Rock Johnson not the best guy in the world?
We got to start talking to each other that way.
What?
Just because I will
Like
slap your lips
smack
off
talk?
into next week, son.
Yeah. Isn't that hilarious?
Just stuff like that.
You know, it's WWE talk. I think when you're in the WWE for long enough, you get this language.
It's cool
It's
slang.
a different
Yeah.
type of smack talk, but it's
It's a little bit
effective.
more theatery.
It's
Yeah.
effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rock's just the greatest.
Yeah.
What a great
A lot
guy.
of- a lot of-
Definitely effective.
a lot
That's
of-
the right word.
It's effective. A lot of big statements. Not this ain't yo mama,
No.
but it's real.
Let me say this. I like Giannis going after The Rock
Yeah,
for
is that
some of
funny?
his strength things. The Rock has claimed in the past to be able to drive a golf ball 520 yards. He claimed that on an Instagram post once. The guys who win the long drive competitions are hitting it like 440 tops.
He's going 520.
And he's claiming he's hitting at 520. So I want to see. I challenge The Rock to a long drive distance.
Is there a
competition.
course where you could hit a 520 drive? Is there a hole?
If you're on a mountaintop and you just yeah.
But is there any fairway long enough that you would actually?
They're like-
Because you have to hit it straight. You couldn't like fucking.
Oh yeah, they're like par fives are like 600 yards.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Straight though, like one big you could.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah, you could find one.
Happy Gilmore it,
Yeah.
dude.
But I'm like-
join the tour, Rock.
No.
Join the tour.
You didn't drive the golf ball. 520. This
He's
is
that strong.
This is McGinnis's joke, but it's like, why don't you just say 1,000?
Yeah.
If you're gonna lie to our faces, why don't you just pick 1,000?
Next, 63-year-old Mel Gibson announced that, or came public that he is dating a 28-year-old.
Mel Gibson.
Yes, she too young, he too old, or is it
I'd be shocked if he was
Just
dating,
right.
I'd be shocked if he was dating anybody older than that.
Yeah.
28, dude?
Right.
63.
Have you seen Mel?
Holy
By
shit,
Guy's built like a
two
Mack
at the
truck.
7.
that is nuts, man. 28.
Mel threw out the rule book a long time ago.
He did.
And so I think this is just another stop on the old Mel Express.
On the train?
Yeah.
The Mel train.
Wait, is he dating
I don't know if she's
a
famous.
girl named Rosalind Ross?
I don't know.
I don't
And
stand by a
did
lot
she
of Mel,
play
but I stand by the
basketball at
movies.
Oklahoma? Because that's what's coming up. Nope.
What position?
Nope.
Nope.
Different.
Okay.
Nope.
I just saw
It's
like a standard looking NCAA Division I basketball female player. and I
6
was
years
like,
ago, she was shooting hoops for the Sooners.
I was like, now I am shocked.
Mel
Yeah.
Gibson is dating Brittany Griner.
That'd be great.
The pictures are hilarious.
Dude, look at the pictures. It makes sense. Like if you look at him,
think?
you look at him with her, and it's like, yeah, I would be shocked if it was different.
It's interesting. It's odd for sure.
How far away do we think Mel is from his Daddy's Home 2 character?
Not very.
And I think that's pretty much it.
But
and that
he has an
guy is
Australian
banging
accent.
chicks.
He's got an Australian accent.
Dude, yeah.
I still can't tell. He's one of those guys where it's like, is he good looking? Like women of all ages, it's like, oh, Mel Gibson. It's like, is he? Like I buy the old one.
Watch What Women Want.
Oh no, I've
Yeah.
seen What Women Want, Jack. You know they're making What Men Want, the opposite thing.
Yeah, with Tiffany Haddish, right?
Not Tiffany Haddish. It's a different actress, but somebody.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
It's going to be a hit.
By the way, we're not even considering that this is supposed to be in 60 seconds.
No, I threw away the timer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not even planning on adding the sound effect.
No, we're going to.
Do it until this moment,
Yeah, no, we're adding
just so
sound
people
effect.
aren't like, well, wait a minute, are they playing it?
And then that was the last one also. That's
Okay,
why I let
cool.
This one run. Yeah. There's the pod.
Any closing thoughts? Notes?
I have an idea now. I got nothing.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
I award you no point.
Wow. And may God have mercy on your soul.